Got what you need for every building stage. Geelong owned and operated with trade quality products in stock, ready to go. Barwon Timber, Fellmongers Road, Breakwater. The team that builders just keep coming back for.
I'm going down to Barwon Timber.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
Before the bounce, thanks to Team Tyre Power and the Ponds and Norlane Hotels. Get your friends together and have a fun day out at the Ponds and Norlane Hotel. Jason Doherty, death, taxes and...
Grovedale reserves going okay as normal and probably making the finals. That's normally what it happens.
13-15-93, lead Geelong West 3-2-20. The KFC X-Poll is in. KFC, $6.95 giant snack pack. Nuggets, popcorn, chicken and chips. Was there any late night action at KFC from your daughters last night?
No, they didn't come home last night, so who knows? No.
Right.
One is I'll just make sure everybody know. One was house sitting, so that's why she wasn't home.
Right.
And the other one does have a partner who he actually played yesterday for East Geelong and got concussed. So
he okay?
Yes, he's fine. He's out for the normal standard, 21, I think. But
and then throw in the fact there's a split round coming up.
I think it's about 5 weeks. I said to her this morning, he might as well just take up coaching because he broke his arm last year. He's done a hammy. He's done the whole thing. He's So I said just retire. Probably.
How about lawn bowls?
Take up another sport. So there was no KFC action. No, it was a piece of Vegemite toast when I got home. That was it.
I might have had dinner at a local.
Oh, did you really? Yeah. Did you? You had something that resembled a bar of some description, did you?
Yeah, I had.
Did you have the curried snag?
No, I didn't have the crumb snags.
The crumb snags?
No, I had I just had the squid and salad.
The squid and salad. That was very nice of you.
Oh, yeah, it was very good. The salad was good too.
Do you have a convivial or 7?
I might have one.
That's okay. Well, you would deserve that.
One big one.
A large one.
Giants 38%. Grovedale 62% on the
right.
KFC poll.
Oh, I'd say that's about right.
Probably
it blew up yesterday, didn't it?
It did.
Went berserk.
Yeah, it did. I reckon they got it wrong though. I think they had Lara winning.
Yes, I think they did.
The KFC X poll.
That was all those ladies at the ladies' day.
Let's have a look at the rest of the round. Joey's 92 defeated Bell Park 69. Joey's trailed by 23 Dowlow and won by 23. Half-time to full-time.
No, nice sunny day would have helped Joey's. They would have got their forwards up and going in that second half and, predicted them to get across the line.
Oscar Morrison kicked 4. Newtown and Chilwell 14-11-95. Went down to Colac and won 12-12-84. Actually had to come from behind at three-quarter time, the Towners. They are now 8-2. They're playing finals.
Yeah, that's a big win away from home to Newtown because Colac's had some big wins down there this year. So for them to go away and chalk that one up, the group will take some real confidence away from that game.
Earlier we touched on North Shore 108 defeating Lara 94. South Barwon 67, St Mary's 58. They just had to win that one, the Swans, to stay in touch with the top 5. Lose that and we might be talking about them missing finals for the first time in the Mark Neeld era.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, like they were challenged and they stuck on, and that's a good win for them. They'll build some confidence because they've sort of been thereabouts, but not quite as going as well as they would have liked, I'm assuming. So yeah, that's a good win for them against a strong competitive side in St Mary's.
It was all over by quarter time at the Mick Thompson Cup clash between Leopold and St Albans. 7-3 to 2 behinds, and Leopold then just kept St Albans at bay for the afternoon, and a big afternoon for Sammy. Scott's kicked 5. He is having an Indian summer in his career right now.
Yeah, no, very good, and I think that result was probably expected, obviously, for Leopold to get over the top of St Albans, but I think they did peg the margin back a little bit, so again, they're building St Albans, which is good for them.
All right, Big Tommy Higgins kicked 4. And he's got a share of the lead in the goal kicking.
Has he really?
Now, if I was... actually, Jace Perkins, I was going to say, as a betting man, Wayne Tycoon was probably the last Super Saint to win the GFL goal kicking. But Jace Perkins actually did about 10 or 11 years ago.
Yeah, he did too, yeah, that's right.
Came down from Melbourne.
Tom Higgins
could be... But it's 31 goals at the halfway mark of the season, so 60 is probably going to win the GFL goal kicking, which has been about the figure in recent years. So the ladder. Joey's and Newtown have got a game on everybody else in terms of one played more. Joey's very hard to see them finishing any worse than a qualifying final unless they absolutely put the bed. You would think, how big are some of the games coming home though? But pity that Joey's in Newtown, they've played their 2 games.
Yeah.
So Joey's are probably going to finish minor premier. Newtown, they're setting themselves for a qualifying final and then throw a blanket over St Mary's, Leopold, Colac, Bell Park, South Barwon for the last 3 spots.
Yeah.
2 good teams. are going to miss, and Bell Park are going to rue their inability again to knock over one of the best in the comp. Beating teams above them in recent times has been tough. I think they got Colac early last year, they got Leopold early last year, but they've struggled with South, they've struggled with Joey's, they've struggled with Mary's. They've got to find a way, Gallo, if they want to be part of finals.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's just sort of where they sit, isn't it? You know, they can beat the lower-ended sides, but if you're going to make finals and you want to be competitive, you've got to beat those good sides, and they've just struggled to put them away in recent years.
As we touched on earlier, as we go around the grounds for Leopold Sporties, Geelong VFL with their first win of the season, round 9. Taylor Hassett, the first-year coach, gets success. They beat the Blues at Icon Park, 8-8-56 to 2-2-14. AFL action, second quarter, and it's the Suns 48 leading the Giants 25 at Sydney Showgrounds. This is the win that says the Suns are going to play finals for the first time.
Aren't the Giants inconsistent?
Yep.
Absolutely.
God,
Bulldogs and Richmond is the other game this afternoon. We're before the bounce for Team Tyre Power and the Ponds and all hotels will come back after the break and sink out into a big clash between the Tigers from West Oval on a sunny Sunday afternoon. It's June 22. The days are getting longer. Hooray. Thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Try the all-new Tradie Jaffle. It's only at APCO Cafe 24/7. Live, breathe, Carol footy.
K-Rock's Tim and Jess.
They're calling it a mini-moon. Essentially, it's just like a small asteroid. It's about 10 metres wide. It's coming so close to the Earth that it's getting picked up by the
gravitational pull.
And it's going to do one loop
and then
get flung straight back out into the universe.
Yeah. Well, can we give it a more catchy name?
Murray the Moon.
Murray the Moon. There we go. Excellent. That's all I needed.
They're expecting Murray to start his orbit as of September 29.
That's nice. Now I'm worried for Murray. the Murray worry is quite high. But thank you very much.
Voted by a panel of their peers to most likely make you laugh whilst driving home in 2025. Tim and Jess on K-Rock. Your future, your hands. Study at the Gordon.
Add a little bit of. A sprinkling of.
Ooh.
And a pinch of. Oppie's Bistro at the Norlane Hotel has a new executive chef and a new head chef. The perfect ingredients for amazing food. The new menu is loaded with flavour, from herb-crusted barramundi to crispy pork belly. Plus steaks, 6 incredible parmas and burgers you're going to love. They've sure turned up the flavour. The new Oppie's Bistro menu at the Norlane Hotel, Princes Highway. norlanehotel.com.au.
Since a bloke named Bill started cutting timber in a mill back in 1980, Barwon Timber's been the builder's best mate ever since. Whether you're stick framing or need prefab frames and trusses, Barwon Timber's got what you need for every building stage. Geelong owned and operated with trade quality products in stock, ready to go. Barwon Timber, Fellmongers Road, Breakwater. The team that builders just keep coming back for.
I'm going down to Barwon Timber.
Hamlin Homes, with over 40 years of commitment building homes throughout Geelong and the Surf Coast. Hamlin Homes is family operated, born, raised and living in Geelong, and committed to thriving into the future. Committed to building quality, sustainable homes. Committed to supporting you throughout your building journey. Hamlin Homes, built on a commitment to local trades, using premium quality materials, including a roof made from Colorbond steel. Hamlin.com.au, CDB-U 52938.
Don't panic. Call Steamatic.
Steamatic Geelong introduces mobile laser cleaning services using world-leading technology. This is the future of cleaning and surface preparation, using nothing more than the touch of light. Whether it's food manufacturing, injection mould and tool cleaning, or paint and corrosion removal, take advantage of this dustless, non-abrasive, chemical-free technology. Another winning solution from Geelong's cleaning and restoration specialists. Visit steamatic.com.au.
Since a bloke named Bill started cutting timber in a mill back in 1980, Barwon Timber's been the builder's best mate ever since. Whether you're stick framing or need prefab frames and trusses, Barwon Timber's got what you need for every building stage. Geelong owned and operated with trade quality products in stock, ready to go. Barwon Timber, Fellmongers Road, Breakwater. The team that builders just keep coming back for.
I'm going down to Barwon Timber.
Breakwater Metalland. Steel projects made easy. Need your steel cut to any size while you wait? Easy. Need your order delivered anywhere within 50 Ks? Easy. Want a better choice of steel products like flat bar, RHS, SHS and angle steel products? Easy. At Breakwater Metalland, they love talking steel and they'll recommend the right products to make your job easy. For your construction, landscaping or DIY project, choose Breakwater Metalland for steel products made easy. breakwatermetalland.com.au.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, ATCO. Fueled by ATCO Cafe 24/7.
On a cracking Sunday afternoon here at West Oval, West have just emerged, and so have Grovedale as they look to pick up 4 points both this afternoon, improve on the ladder. It's fair to say that they've probably found a little spot, 3 of them, Grovedale, West and St Albans, that will occupy 8, 9 and 10. Lara and North Shore will occupy 11 and 12. Joey's and Newtown probably 1 and 2, and then you've got that little group of 5 that will try and fight out the other 3 spots. Mary's, Leopold, Colac, Bell Park and South Barwon. We're before the bounce for Team Tyre Power in the Ponds and Norland Hotels. Team Tyre Power, your one-stop shop for all tyres and wheels in Belmont, Drysdale, North Geelong and Torquay. In the experts chair this afternoon, Matty Dowling will be all over things for the Sporting Globe. Eat, Drink, Sport, Ryrie Street in Geelong. Dowlo, just some initial thoughts about this contest, some areas where you think either team could potentially get on top.
Yeah, I've been having a look at their matches so far this season. So Geelong West, they've had 81 scoring shots. So I've taken out the North Shore and the Lara games to keep it a bit closer.
Very Kershaw of you. Well done.
So 81
Pendulum areas. Well done.
Scoring shots. They've kicked 33 goals, so 40% scoring efficiency. Grovedale, they've had 103 scoring opportunities, 51 goals, 49%. But it's about who trying to match up who they've kicked goals against. So Geelong West, 4 goals against St Mary's, 4 against Bell Park, 7 against South Barwon, whereas Grovedale were able to kick 10 against St Mary's, 10 against Bell Park, 9 against South Barwon and 9 against Leopold. So quite strong competitive football sides there. 609 points against for Grovedale, 566 for Geelong West. So they don't quite give up as many scores, but I think given that Grovedale have been able to have shots on goal and then convert those opportunities better, I'm expecting that Grovedale will be able to get over the line today.
So the big question too is obviously the influence of Ryan Abbott in the ruck, and with no Max Schooler, Ned Dyke is probably the one that's going to have to do the job this afternoon.
Yeah, so that's you've jumped in early there for one of their head-to-head out of the 2 today.
We'll go for that for Breakwater Meadowland.
We'll be looking at Ned Dyke versus Ryan Abbott in the ruck, and then that second head-to-head, Lockie Horniblow down forward against Brady Campy for Grovedale. So they're the 2 head-to-head matchups for today.
Expect Campy to go straight to him?
I think so. If they're not straight to each other, they'll find themselves, no doubt, on each other at some stage today.
Breakwater Meadowland, still projects made easy.
I can tell you what, Ned Dyker has eaten his wheat bix. He is a big boy.
Just looking at him come out,
he is a big
fella.
boy. I tell you what, there is a lot of Ned Dyker.
I tell you what, there's a lot of distance between hand to foot there and his kick too. Well, just watching him in the warm-up, it took a long time to get down to that foot.
I hope he's not doing a lot of kicking today.
Just get past and handball.
Correct.
Monday to Friday kicker?
Monday to Friday, yeah. That's not his job.
I've completely thrown myself there by trying to be funny. Breakwater Meadowland Steel Projects, mate. Actually, I was not trying to be funny. I was just repeating something that occasionally comes out of the mouth of Matthew Kershaw. Actually, congratulations to young Liam too on making his debut for the Werribee Tigers.
Yes.
Things aren't going good for the Tigers, Diallo, ever since you left.
Oh, well, we won't go there, but they're struggling. It's what happens when there's plenty of players that get drafted, which is fantastic, and they hold their hat on that, and that's great for the club. But yeah, hopefully they can get back to some winning form.
Is there a little earn for Werribee when somebody gets drafted? Like, is it actually financially worth their while? So when Flynn Young goes, do Werribee get something in the coffers?
I think they do. Yeah, I think there is. I think there is a little change of cash. Penners gets a little,
there you go.
little. I think it's about. I think it used to be $10,000 or $12,000. I think when they got drafted.
But surely, do Barwon Heads and Newtown?
Yeah, they get an earn too. Yeah, not as much as that.
Grovedale get an earn for
I think it's from his original club. I think.
Right.
Yeah. So Barwon Heads.
It's actually Ocean Grove, Holiday Cobras.
Oh, well, there you go. Well,
right back.
Well, that would whoever he was first registered with. I think that's where the money goes. So yeah, they got an earn, and Neildy spent it last night. So that was good.
No, that's the Cobras.
Yeah, but they're all one and the same.
No, different entities.
They're all one and the same.
Different entities.
No, they're all one and the same.
Let's go down to Jane Birch, who is loitering boundary side this afternoon for Leopold Sporties, your complete family venue, 135 Kensington Road in Leopold. Birch, you can see you on the edge of the centre square there. For Goddings, what's your ground report?
Ground is in perfect condition, in really good nick, and there's a little bit of it's got a little bit of give in it, obviously, with that recent rain that we had. But yeah, perfect conditions, and should suit both the game styles today. And sun is shining, slight breezes are northeasterly blowing.
Okay, two captains making their way in. Will Ford is one of those for Grovedale. Be interested to see who's captaining Geelong West today, because Brad Wood, I reckon, is their captain, but he's not playing today. So no Max School, no Brad Wood,
Handley.
No David Hanley, so it is Lockie Hanley. I did see him lead them out, so I assumed that would be the case. And down to you, Birchie, as you go across for the toss of the coin this afternoon. I believe umpires this afternoon, Chris Jones is definitely one of our favourites here at Carrick Footy, Bradley Rankin and Scott Penning, but it's not the Scott Penning, surely that's the president of Bannockburn, is it?
It is.
It is. Does he umpire?
He must.
There you go.
Just on a Sunday.
Sunday only.
Sunday only umpire.
I think he does do Bannockburn's reserves. He's their club umpire.
Okay.
So there you go.
There you go. There you go.
There is something I did not know.
I think Chris Jones does the appointments at the Football Umpires League, though, doesn't he? He just loves a K-Rock game, doesn't he, Jones? He loves it.
Between him and Adam Jones. It's like the Jones boys. Yes. They do legitimately like. So toss of the coin, Birchie. Sorry.
Yeah, Grovedale won the toss of the coin, and they'll kick to the southern end of the ground.
Is there any hint of breeze?
Little bit of a breeze, but it's sort of heading straight towards the K-Rock van there, so more of a nor'easterly.
Nor'easter?
Yeah.
Devil's wind.
I threw a bit of grass in the air just to confirm that. So
where'd you learn that from?
Matthew Lloyd, yeah.
What about you? Just getting your sneaky little VAFA mention there being a Wesley girl.
Yeah, my dad was president at Collegians for a few years, and grandfathers and dad played there, and uncles, so big association down there.
Tell me.
Yep.
Like you have old Scotch and old Melburnians.
Yeah, why is it not old Wesley?
Yeah, old Wesleyans.
Well, because then everyone's called a collegian, aren't they, when they sort of finish? And so we've got that just as the title. But that's where I grew up, as a little tacker out at the huddles and beside the coaches.
Where do collegians play their home games?
So they used to have a ground, so it was at Lakeside.
Yep.
Where the golf course is now was the original home ground.
Yep.
When the golf course got put in and the Grand Prix, the redesign for all of that got demolished, and they've built it up. So it's opposite the junction oval there.
Yeah, nice. Yep.
There's a new club rooms there, so it's still called the Harry Trott.
Talking about players that were playing in the GFNL and are now playing in the VAFA, has somebody departed Newtown?
They have. Archie Lazaro has left Newtown and is playing at Old Geelong. Yes, coached by Nick Dixon. So our feeder club for him being at Port Melbourne. So, yeah, he left last week and played yesterday for Old Geelong against Old Carey.
In the ones?
In the ones, yes.
How did Old Geelong go yesterday?
They got done by 14 points.
Nice.
Yes, so, well...
What are the Ogs playing in? They're in Premier B?
Premier B they are, yes. They're sort of mid-table, going okay at the moment, but good to see that Billy Dixon had a win yesterday and Nick didn't, so that was a bit of a change, which was good.
So Billy was actually helping out the twos yesterday, part of that coaching staff, with his polo that has physio on it, so he then becomes the physio.
Oh, speak of the Joneses.
Just talking about the Joneses getting the K-Rock football appointments, and Adam's just out the front here.
Does he not have a home to go to? He's always at the footy, Jones. He loves it.
Arthur Hodgson off the KFCX. Scoreboard is king. Atmosphere electric at Lara versus North Shore. Being competitive is everything.
On your Taz.
And that's a very good point, and that's going to be key going forward for those clubs. So not too far away from bounce. Winner and margin, please, Birchie.
I think Grovedale will be too strong, only by about 15 points.
Okay, thank you for that. Laurie Hill. Grovedale by 13. Dowlo.
Grovedale by 12.
And Jason Doherty.
Oh, Grovedale by 27.
And Grovedale for me as well by 22 points. Let's see if we're near the pin this afternoon. West will be hoping to prove us wrong. Players will shortly move into position, and we'll keep an eye on those Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchups early. Just a reminder of those Breakwater Meadowland head-to-heads that you're keeping an eye on, please, Dowlo.
Lockie Horniblow versus Brady Campy, and Ned Dyker versus Ryan Abbott.
Thank you for that. All right. Players moving into position. And weather is absolutely spectacular. A little bit on the chilly side, but that sun is providing some semblance of warmth.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the first time I've seen cars in the ground at the southern end.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
I've never seen that. Well, not for a long time, but they've actually got cars in at the southern end, which is great to see. So, good idea. So, big crowd here, actually.
It's actually a good crowd.
Yeah.
You can hear a bit of noise coming from the old Flowers family stand, which... We're going to bounce right on time. The toss of the coin took place about 3 or 4 minutes ago. Players moving to the Ryan Abbott is going to go forward by the looks of it.
He is.
And they're going to go with McCarthy in the ruck.
It's going to be a good battle. I'll tell you, Ned Dyker's got Joe McCarthy by 6 inches.
Yes.
Well, that's going to be interesting for... Is he going to be down there with Tom Gillett as well?
That is a fairly decent combination.
Get that in the forward line.
No Ed Adams today for Grovedale's making his VFL debut. Well, made his VFL debut last night with Essendon.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it?
Shepparton United product, so well done to him, but a blow there. And Sam Adams actually got omitted. So Ed went up and Sam went down. First quarter action, thanks to our good friends at Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed at Harvey Norman. Here's Jace.
Yes, both ruckmen go up and they can't get it down, and quickly they go for Geelong West through Little, but it got turned over. And Grovedale centre half back. Chute's got it now. In fact, that might be Tyler Cummins. It is. And he goes towards half forward with the kick, 2-on-2. Getting back there and giving the handball up was McHugh for Grovedale. He puts a tackle on as well. Ball spills free. He tracks it with Lockie Hanley towards the boundary line. And it's seen over. So about 65 around from the Grovedale goal on the outer side here at Western Oval. And already Dowler's looking over him. There's somebody who's not got a right name or a right number, so we'll check that. Ball in. McCarthy takes it out of the ruck for Grovedale. Falls to the side. Taylor for Geelong West. Got a scrambly little kick close to the boundary line. Tackle came from Ben Davis, and I think it's holding the ball as well. So he's going to take a free kick after that good tackle, Ben Davis. He is right on half forward on the outer side. He goes short with the kick. Dangerous and turned over now. Geelong West, can they get it? They probably can through Little again at half back. He squeezes the ball out wide. It might be okay. Taylor takes the mark. Handballs it on. Parnell kept going on centre wing. Handballs it over the top. Needs somebody to come and help. Handball there, though, wasn't terribly good. Chute gets it for Grovedale through forward's hands. Now to the big fella. McCarthy from the middle. Goes towards centre half forward. And there he is. K-Rock's own Tom Gillett.
The 2021 Rookie of the Year sees Abbott on a lead and puts it onto his chest, but he dropped an absolute sitter. That'll open the door for the West defence. Chance for Charlie Hall, the ex-Joey's man. Nyack, who was caravanning up behind Abbott, was happy to see him drop the mark. Hall tight in the pocket. Handball over the top, trying to find David Hanley. Rather Lockie Hanley, I should say. No David today. We'll get a boundary throwing in the right forward pocket. Wombat Gully Plant Farm match up, so it's Nyack has gone to Abbott. Who's got Gillett? For the moment, it's Riley Moore. Wombat Gully Plant Farm, 201 Townsend Road in Moolap. Abbott and Dyker. Abbott, a little palm back into the corridor was nice. It was deft to Ford, but he had no room, Billy Ford, to work with. And now we've got a stoppage ball under the pack. Umpire Rankin says, give it to me. I'll ball it up. So I reckon if you get a chance, Birchie, you might be able to get a couple of words out of Scotty Penning at some stage about how he's gone from Presidente of Bannockburn on Saturday to umpiring a GFNL senior game the next day. 25 out, another stoppage. I don't know, but he can break away. He's Billy Ford again at the bottom of that pack. Second in clearances in the competition. No Speedy Deans today, who's on a European vacation. Abbott won the tap down. Codd lays a good tackle to ensure that going nowhere is the bottom of that pack. Coming out there, it might have been Jardine, or was it McHugh? It was McHugh. So we'll go again. Umpire Rankin puts it into the air. Tap down by Dyker. Ford, here he is, and a clearance and a snap, and his kick's partially smothered. And that's gone out. Oh,
gee whiz. I'll tell you what, that was out of bounds.
That was out of bounds. That's been called a behind, and that was 4 metres right of the behind post. I dead set hope the margin's not a point in this contest. And anyway, it was touched off the boot. I reckon it was going to get paid out in the full, but it was touched off the boot. It was partially smothered. Anyway, it's a point to Billy Ford.
So one behind Grovedale. Geelong West yet to score. Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard. Codd called to play on from fullback for West, goes towards Dyker, who goes up. McCarthy takes the mark instead for Grovedale. Good mark.
K-Rock's own.
K-Rock's own as well. And there's lots of them at Grovedale. He goes now with a kick inside 50, looking for Gillett and Abbott in front. Oh, nearly took it. Little through the middle of the pack for Geelong West, wrapped up straight away. Oh, holding the ball. Wowee.
It's lightning.
Gee whiz. And getting told all about it too, and I'm not too sure. But the umpire has said, yes, it was, and it will be a free kick. He's now explained to Ethan Little that he dragged it in and moved around and did this and did that and then dropped the footy.
That is a slim down Tom Gillett too, isn't it?
He's still as tall as he was, big K-Rock zone, but yes, he looks nice and fit. And he's got the number 2 on his back.
Got the 8. Where's the 18 gone?
Yeah, no, he's given that the flick. And He's going to shoot for goal from 25 out, 45-degree angle at the southern end of West Oval for the first of the afternoon here. And he comes in, right foot kick, no problems whatsoever for Big Tom. He's put it through. And they go to 1-1-7. Grovedale, Geelong West are yet to score. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard. Crime Warm Ponds, Harvey Norman, best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed at Harvey Norman.
What'll be really interesting to watch throughout the day will be the dominance that Grovedale are able to have in their forward half. So obviously having McCarthy and Abbott, they're two dominant, well, Abbott especially being a dominant ruck, but McCarthy also being quite dominant, is that Geelong West are going to have to be really on to defending when it's in D50. Otherwise, they're just going to be able to tap the ball anywhere, and quite often will have the opportunity to score from forward 50 stoppage.
So umpire Penning. It's traded the black and gold for the lime green. Dyke just grabbed it out of the ruck, fired a handball to Little, who had his kick smothered by Chute. Chute dived on that loose footy, tried to feed it to Ford. Ford got taken high by Ethan Little. So 2 free kicks against, not good for your premier data points. Handball up to Chute. Chute will bang it inside forward 50. Gill at the target, and he hits him on the chest. Oh, and he puts the ball up above his head to say, I've marked that one as well.
Back to the glory days here.
This is 2021 revisited here from Tommy Gillett. Had a wonderful year a couple of years ago in WA. Came back last year, kicked 37 goals for the season in the end, and finished off really strong. He and Mitch Chafer formed a really good combination, but as we know, Chafer now in red, gold and black at St Joseph's, and Gillett has missed basically the first half of the season through injury. A run in the Scoobs last week. But back today, and this for the ideal start for the visitors. Will kick from about 35 out, directly in front. Tom Gillett has snuck it into the right-hand goalpost, I reckon. Goal umpire back to the middle, and he's got 2. And they've got problems with that matchup early. Grovedale, 2-1-13. West yet to score opening quarter action thanks to Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed at Harvey Norman. And I reckon the warning sirens going off in the Geelong West coaches box.
Yeah, absolutely. So they would have been concerned enough with having Abbott down there as a big, tall marking target, but obviously with Gillett as well, who's just so strong in his ability to run and jump at the ball and or get it on the lead, that's going to create some real interest in terms of the matchups for Geelong West.
Back in the middle, McCarthy gets it down to Ford, who gets it away quickly. Grovedale move towards half forward with the kick. Will it stay in the field of play? It will. And breaking free is Harrison White. Gets it inside 50 again. Here he is again. Punched away Riley Moore. The front and centre was fantastic for Grovedale. Now pushed off the back there. That might have been Lockie Taylor, I think, for Geelong West. They are under pressure, under siege in the back 50, the Giants at the moment. And Gillett on a long lead again. Nearly got a third attempt at it. He's going to do the ruck work against Dyker, who gets it down. Now Taylor has to be quick. Short little kick across 50. Not really going to hit a target. Got some numbers there, though, the Giants. They get it on the outside. Might be okay. Run through deep 50. Now they go with a swinging handball out to Madalena on centre wing. He goes towards half forward. It's a one-on-one. Horny blow with a great Hamlin hanger. He just stuck the right hand up against Campy and took the mark. And he will shoot for goal from 50 out, 45-degree angle for a quick reply for the Giants.
He's so strong, Lockie Horniblow. He was able to just work his opponent underneath the ball and stick the right hand up, and it stuck. But let's see if he can also go back and finish this. He's usually a pretty good kick, but conditions sometimes can be of interest here.
So he's going to be kicking straight into the breeze, as Birchie was saying, coming across from the northeast. So
right-hand goalpost.
Yeah, you'd have to bring it back a little bit. He runs very close to that on the mark, and he has pushed that to the left and through for 1 behind. So the first score on the board this afternoon for the Giants. They are 1 behind. Grovedale 2-1-13. Harvey Norman, K-Rock. First quarter scoreboard.
You might find it was actually touched by the man on the mark. He quickly moved it to the outer wing, but the handballs missed the target, and they're going to turn it over. Chance here for Smigowski, coming off a handful last week against North Shore. Won't get it as easy today, you wouldn't have thought. Handball away. Might have been Frost. Martin for Grovedale. Missed his target out of bounds, and we've got a boundary throw-in at right half forward for Geelong West. So, a couple of guys we haven't seen a lot of. Cooper Frost, Daniel Cole. both playing their first game since round 17, 2023, and Xavier Shaw on debut. Grabbed out of the ruck by McCarthy for Grovedale, but his handball straight to Lockie Taylor. Taylor on hands and knees, a handball. Little tried to knock it to advantage. Deflected back towards Xavier Shaw. There's a debutant, and then a quick snap around the corner. Is that the debutant kicking the goal? It is. First kick, first goal in the GFNL for Xavier Shaw, and he made it look good too. Metricon goal of the day contender from the youngster. Wasn't sure. It was Parnell. I got a little up and about. They got to Xavier Shaw, but that was for providing the little handball. And Parnell kicks the goal. Hence why not everybody went to him as much as I thought. 1-1-7 Geelong West, 2-1-13 Grovedale. I thought they were a little bit stiff on the young fella.
Just burnt him, cinched him on his first. It was a great kick. It didn't matter who kicked it, Dallo.
It was a great kick, really nice finish, and they're the opportunities that they've got to take. Just clean with the ball, flicked out a handball and finished nicely in front of goal.
Back to the middle, Dyker gets it down again. West getting into their work now. Taylor pushed the ball past him, coming the other way, Chute. He got a fresh air shot at 50. Now running across there, Lockie Taylor had a great game the last time we saw the Giants. He's in there again, fuzzed the ball out to Finn O'Keefe, who wasn't even on the team list 10 minutes ago. He's there though, and he sees it over the boundary line on centre wing. We're going to have a boundary throw in.
Well, don't start me on team list. North Shore's numbers yesterday.
So all we need to know yesterday was Jacob Samet wore number 6. Boundary throw in here on centre wing. McCarthy gets it down for Grovedale, and a pack develops pretty quick. The umpire will come in, ball it up, getting over the top there. There's K-Rock's own, Max Kelly. There's K-Rock owns everywhere here today. 2-1-13 Grovedale, West 1-1-7. We played 10.5 in the first term. Barwon Foods time clock.
There's going to be a free kick in the ruck contest. Noah Allen got a shove in the back. Wearing the long sleeves this afternoon. Of course, coming in from Colac Imperials and Birregurra. He's kicked 9 goals this year, and that's a nice ball onto the chest. Corey Lima, is any relation to Nick or Adam?
He'd have to be, wouldn't he?
Nick Lima played yesterday for Blue West. Kick inside, kick 3 too, hadn't played for 2 years. Nearly got him over the line against Inverleigh. And he hasn't got an ounce of fat on him, Nick Lima. I saw a photo. We're inside forward 50. We'll get a ball up. Left forward pocket umpire Chris Jones with it. And doing the ruck work and winning the tap down is Madalena. Top of his defensive goal scorer. Clearing kick didn't come away for Grovedale, but it's Ford that will take it, and he's not going to be pinged. He's going to be wrapped up, and we're going to get a ball up to kick out of there. Not doing him a lot of favours from Josh DeGold. He got the headband on, so nice to have players with something recognisable, Jace.
It is. McCarthy in the ruck. He got it down for Grovedale. Big pack around it. Nobody can actually pick the footy up. Now they do. Shaw got it for Geelong West, but McCarthy clearing kick for the Tigers goes out towards centre wing, broadcast side, but at the back of the pack's okay. Stelma's there for Geelong West. Now Allen, who just shows a turn of speed and goes to the ball inside 50 with the kick. McCarthy gets back there for Grovedale. He needs some support. Campy was there also, and the umpire will come in. I think there's going to be a ball up. Some good tackling there from the Tigers' defence. They just hold it up. Horny bloke gets up, gives it back to the umpire, about 50 out from the West goal.
So ball into the air. McCarthy, well, he'll just grab it out of the ruck, jam it on the boot, but didn't get it very far away. Handball out of the pack. Parnell was involved. Now a chance to go inside 50 for Finn O'Keefe. Into the pocket. Horny blow. Knocked away by Campy. It'll go out of bounds. Boundary throwing. That was an interesting attempt to mark from Lockie Horniblow. Lockie Horniblow's numbers are incredible. He's playing only his 20th game. He averages 3 goals a game. He's got 57 in his career already. Not many doing that in their early days of their GFNL, Jace.
No, definitely not.
There's a call from the non-controlling umpire off the footy.
There is.
And a free kick. But he's going to go out there. It might be Kaya with the footy.
It is. Jack Kaya's got it inside the defensive 50, goes out towards K-Rock's zone. Tom Gillett can't take the mark there and runs up the bike track. Footy follows him up there. And the boundary umpire with a bit of work to do just forward of centre wing for the Giants. Settled into some play now.
Comes a skating rink when you boots get onto the...
Absolutely. Andrew throw in now. McCarthy behind, gets to the front and gets it down as well. But the Giants having the better around. McCarthy's doing some hard work there. Ford tried to shuffle the handball out, but Giants with the numbers off the back. The ball, though, is in dispute in the middle. Might be okay for the Tigers. They run through an open forward 50. Now it's going to be a foot race. Tommy Stephen gets back there, but that's a good mark, Riley Moore. To try and put some pressure on Stephen, but Moore did it better. His short little kick, wouldn't be going out for that. That's a half volley. Then that kick is putrid. And the ball has been turned over. Josh DeGault, and that might be Nick Howe, actually, who's got it. It is. He goes lateral. So they're still inside the centre square. Now Harrison White inside 50 with the kick. One hand. Wasn't going to get it done by Stephen. The Giants under pressure again. Now the ball comes back around the corner from McDonald. High towards Abbott. He's got two against him. Nyack got it down. Allen got it away for the Giants. They're trying to get out of defensive 50. They can't do so. And the umpire will come in and ball it up about 40 out from the Tigers' goal.
In front of the scoreboard that shows Grovedale 2-1-13 for Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds. Geelong West 1-1-7. Tap one down there by Allen doing the ruck work. Undersized ruckman. Quick snap by McDonald around the corner and marked. And it's been taken there by Big McCarthy in the right forward pocket. And he's going to quickly play on and kick the goal. Well, West players are waiting for actually a decision to say he should have gone back behind his mark to kick it. Anyway, Joe McCarthy's kicked the goal. That's his 9th of the season, and they now lead again by 12 points. 3-1-19, plays 1-1-7. Opening quarter action for Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed at Harvey Norman. And in the expert chair for the Sporting Globe, here's Matty Dowling.
It's going to be a real point of difference there for Grovedale today. So you can see that Gillett was able to get up the ground higher. He took that ruck contest there, which allowed McCarthy and/or has been Abbott sitting back in the goal square, and the other one's the dominant ruck. So when you've got Noah Allen going in there as well, he's been okay, but the ruck's going to be a really interesting matchup to keep an eye on.
Abbott got it down, but got it down to Dyker, who then got it free, and Finn O'Keefe got it forward for the Giants. They run through half forward, and they get a little handball out. It was smothered beautifully. The Tigers just maintain possession now, go out towards centre wing. Might sit okay. Handball on the up. Oh, Howe got one high, did he? The umpire said yes, he did. Howe's going to take it just outside the centre square on centre wing. Goes towards half forward. Set a task at the front there for McHugh. The ball just sat for him. His second effort was all right. He got past Little. Handball backwards. Off a step inside 50 now. Gillett on a lead. Pale Moore did pretty well. Got a hand to it for Geelong West in that contest. They want holding the ball. The Giants are not going to get it. And it's going to be a ball up. Getting up there was Sam Walker for Grovedale. So just inside forward 50, another ball up.
Dyker, a double palm down into the path of Parnell, but he wasn't able to take it. Giants will look to try and come up with it at half back. They won't, and tackle laid and brought to ground is Jack Kyer, who joins from Katandra in the Picola League, Shep United in the Goulburn Valley League. So a little bit of a Goulburn Valley link there for Grovey with the Adams boys as well. Dyker winning the tap down, rolling ball that Little will run onto for the Giants. Fires a handball back to the voice of Josh Dwyer with a high floating ball that'll flirt with the boundary line. Abbott's there, it's off hands and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. So just forward of the wing, favouring Grovedale in this game, just sort of meandering along for the moment. 3-1-19 the Tigers, the Giants are 1-1-7, and we've played 17 and a quarter minutes on the Balham Foods first quarter time clock. Balham Foods sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road in North Geelong.
Boundary throw-in. Abbott from behind takes it out of the ruck, goes towards half forward. No mark taken. Handball going back for the Tigers. Or was that a push in the back? The umpire said no, it's not. And it's going to be a ball up 55 from Grovedale's goal. And Abbott moved his way down there against Dyker. Abbott gets it down Little, though, roves it for the Giants. Handball over the top to Lockie Hanley, running through half back. The standing skipper's handball inside. Little kept going, got the 1-2, and then got pushed in the back and should get a free kick. Get the speed wobbles as well, Ethan. He's got the free kick inside the centre square at centre half forward for Geelong West. And he's called to play on now. He goes long towards the right forward pocket. Who's got the sit? Nobody. Because it was all Grovedale at the back there. And they're going to be able to switch the ball as well. They've got some time and space, and they come up towards half back. Dangerous kick, but wow, they made it hard there. The Tigers and their handball. Walker, handball over the top to Ford, right on the boundary line. Got it towards McHugh. He got it back to Walker. Oh, but coming in Dyker. Oh, geez, you don't miss him. He gets it to Little. Now going the other way. They might be able to get through Stelmer. He's at the back end of the centre square at half back. He gets the ball out wide. Sits okay. They've got a spare man at half forward. Short little kick over the top. That came from Corey Lima. He didn't find the target, though, which was Horny Blow. And it's out of bounds for a throw-in, where it all started about 2 minutes ago. It's back at the right forward pocket for the Giants.
They singed Ollie Madalena there. He let Lehman know all about it too as it went out in the full. Campy took the resultant free kick. His defensive goal square, a short kick is good and finds De Goldie into the right back pocket. And they'll look to attack through Kaya. Kaya's short kick to Ford is okay. And they've been able to progress it to right half back as he marks in front of Finn O'Keefe. Just a bit slow to get to his feet. Here's Ford. Might have just hurt himself. Just keep an eye on him, Bircher, or the boot might have been a little bit skew with. His short kick is okay onto the chest of Lee Ellis, who's back from Winch this year. He goes short, neat little kick, and Hower's marked, and just controlling the footy for the moment of the Tigers. True centre wing, broadcast side. Howe will send it long now. What's he got? Gillett looks and sees, well, it better be me to fly, but the kick had a little bit too much on it. Judging it best at the back is Stelmer, who's joined from Gisborne. Played every game since arriving at West Oval. You can hear him yelling, Augie, as he goes short to Moore, and then Moore, that's an absolutely skew with kick off the boot. Might work out okay. There'll be a free kick. Dwyer was taken high out there at half back. And he'll get to his feet. In fact, it's Smigowski. He'll get to his feet and take the free kick.
Tips the ball over the top. Stays on the boundary line. Madalena has it. He goes with a right foot kick. Damaging kick too. It's good. Goes to the outer side. The Giants can get it inside 50 now. They go towards Horny Bloke. Coming at the back, Sam Walker. Handball over the top. That was De Goldie for Grovedale. He gets it out wide. Abbott tracks it towards the boundary line here. Parnell. And they can't keep it in. And we're going to have another boundary throw in. Centre wing on the outer side. Grovedale 3-1-19. Geelong West 1-1-7, 20 and a half played in this first term. Dowlow?
It's 14 marks to 4 just before that passage of play for Geelong West, so Grovedale leading that stat. Really impressed with Brady Campy and 2 efforts in particular on Horty-Blow.
And the experts chair for the Sporting Globe this afternoon from the contest, ruck contest. A fresh air shot of the kick came from the Grovedale. Taylor was a better kick for Geelong West inside 50. Oh, that's a hold. Umpire said no, play on. And that was Rory Quinn in front for the Tigers. Ball spills free in the end, comes to the side of the pack, and I think they've got a goal. Geelong West, they certainly have, and I think, no, it's one behind.
Hit the top of the post.
It did, and it was Xavier Shaw who was off to the races. He wanted to have a bit of celebration with a few other blokes, but it hit the post. 1-2-8, Geelong West, Grovedale 3-1-19, Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard.
So trotting off into the left back pocket and then driving a kick to half back. Too much on it for McHugh. Codd got his hands on it, but Alistair clean up for Grovedale, ran out of room. And we'll get a boundary throw in at right half forward. West in attack. Wasn't the best of kick-ins. So just keeping an eye on Tyler Cummins. He looks like he's got the match-up on Ethan Little, trying to keep him quiet this afternoon for Wombat Gully Plant Farm. Abbott's gone into the ruck. It was allowed to hit the ground. Handball on the bounce. Martin was involved. The clearing kick from half-back was partially smothered. It's going to work out all right here, maybe, with the handball from Cole to Frost, and then a quick kick forward, and Horniblow is being held, and he's won a free kick, and he'll have a shot at goal from about 20 metres out, directly in front. Well, that was all a little bit too easy in the end. The turnover was poor, and West are going to make them pay. You wouldn't think Horniblow is missing this from about 30 out, directly in front.
You wouldn't think so, and obviously he comes out so hard at the football as well, so therefore whoever's matched up on him feels like they've got to get body on him early, otherwise he's going to steam out of full forward and really create a good contest because he is so strong in terms of his body positioning.
He's a dead set wrecking ball, Lockie Horniblow, and he will kick the goal. He's happy about it too, jumping up and down on the spot a couple of times and then high-tenning a couple of teammates and pulls the margin back to 5 points. First quarter, Harvey Norman, Corio and Warn Pond scoreboard. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed at Harvey Norman. Geelong West are Archbishop Desmond 2-2-14. May he rest in peace. Grovedale a 3-1-19. Matty Dowling, the expert chair for the Sporting Globe.
Comes at a good time, that goal for Geelong West. They just need a little bit of a settler to try and just keep everything at bay. They've been under a bit of pressure but working hard for their possessions, and just to be able to create that turnover opportunity and go inside 50 and get a free kick in a really dangerous position and convert just helps them gain a little bit of ascendancy in this contest.
Back in the middle, Dyker against McHugh, now having a run in the ruck. Forward through the middle for Grovedale. Goes left, goes right, then goes with a left foot spearing kick inside 50, but it's in front. That's where you need to be, and Codd takes the mark for the Giants. Just inside defensive 50. Now goes with that left foot towards Taylor, who goes up, can't take the mark. Got some support though, coming off the wing. That was Charlie Hall, got it back to Taylor. He gets pushed as he gets the kick away, but they get it to half forward, and it's okay. And the mark has been taken by Madalena. He goes in towards Allen. Should have probably taken the mark. Now he's under pressure. Tries to get it back towards the boundary line. Grovedale defence now under pressure as well. Joel Martin's there. He gets dumped into the ground. The umpire says he'll come in and ball it up. In fact, it's rolled out of bounds, so it will be a boundary throw in. At left half forward for the Giants. They're 2-2-14. Grovedale 3-1-19.
Dyker and McHugh. Maybe McHugh at the front winning the tap down. Lockie Taylor on hands and knees. Got a handball away to Little. Little fires a handball back to Charlie Hall. Hall fires a handball, but he's turned it straight over into the waiting arms of Jack Chute. And it will go out of bounds, off hands. And we'll get another boundary thrown. So the boundary umpire being kept busy on this side of the deck. Beautiful afternoon here at West Oval now. Boundary thrown, it was a flat one. Dyker got a handball away, tried to get it to Hall. Taylor in traffic, lost it in the tackle. Ball spilled back for Little. He also was dispossessed. Now it's going to be a free kick. Maybe he was being held too long. Ethan Little, who he and Tid at Nyack were doing their shift at about 12:30 in the canteen. Little pumps it wide. Allen, he's targeting, and a double grab takes the mark. It was a nice ball from Ethan Little to advantage. Just put it to the spot. Basically said, Dowlow, if you want this, Noah, I'm going to kick it somewhere and you're going to run onto it.
Yeah, it's a really good connection piece there from those two boys. He just put it out really nice in space and allowed Allen to run and jump at the footy. No contest whatsoever. And I was just thinking before, he's a really nice kick in field. See what he's like in front of goal here, Allen.
Noah Allen, 9 goals for the season. He's at 10. Missed to the left, through for a minor score. So they've had some opportunities after an early burst from Grovedale. West getting this game on some sort of equilibrium. 2-3-15 the Giants. Grovedale 3-1-19. Almost 26 minutes played on the first quarter. Barn Foods time clock.
Tigers bring it in quickly. Go towards McCarthy, who's got 3 on him. Big pack there off the side. Don't think they're going to be able to keep it in there. Not. And it is out of bounds for a boundary throw in.
It is interesting at the moment as well. Grovedale, they've got McHugh in the ruck, and they've got McCarthy and Abbott both sitting forward as well. So they are playing around a little bit with this ruck matchup.
Boundary throw in. Goes towards McHugh, gets it down. Umpire says it's a hold against McHugh. And it's going to go back to Dyker. Is it advantage paid? It is. Taylor just keeps going. Not sure. Don't know what's going on. Coming back. Centre wing. Dyker will take the free kick, even though Lockie Taylor had run away and pushed the ball towards half forward. So the big ruckman goes with a right foot kick towards that half forward flank. Over the back. Oh, horny bloke. Did he take the mark? He did. He went up behind, and Harrison White was there. Horny bloke, the much taller man. He came over and took it to the second grab and will shoot for goal from 50 out again on a 45-degree angle for the Giants to take the lead in this game.
It is a real strength of his, that I said before, that marking ability. He's really good in terms of when he's able to run and jump on the lead, but just being able to get the sit there over the top of the pack of Grovedale defenders, he's really strong above his head as well. So that's going to be a concern for Grovedale in terms of defensively, if he's able to get off the chain with that ability today.
Kicked one already this afternoon. This to give them the lead. He comes in, right foot kick, brings it back with a breeze. Beautifully. He's put it through. He's put it through for his second of the afternoon. And the lead for the Giants. They go to 3-3-21. They lead Grovedale 3-1-19. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard. Grime, Warren Ponds, best brands, best range. Best prices guaranteed at Harvey Norman.
Again, when Brady Campy's on Lockie Horniblow, he's held him really well with his body positioning when the ball's been able to come in slow and he's been able to work him off the ball. But as soon as there's some speed on that footy and Lockie Horniblow's able to gain some separation on Brady Campy, I think he's going to need some assistance from the other defenders down there as well, and they're going to need to communicate and work together and at times potentially hand over. Otherwise, that ability for those forwards to get off the chain, and if it's not Horniblow they're kicking to and maybe a decoy, that's going to be where Geelong West look to go forward and convert.
The cue went early. Dyker won the tap down. Max Kelly had his handball knocked down by Howe, or Howe I should say. Howe a handball. Keefe was able to chop off, and he's brought to ground in a tackle by Chute, and we'll get a ball up still basically inside the centre circles as we approach 28.5 minutes played on the Barn Foods first quarter time clock. Dyker just fisted it forward about 12 metres. Howe forward, good run from Harrison White off half back, outside of the right boot, kick inside 50. Riley Moore down low, that's a good mark. In front first to move on Tom Gillett, and got down low and took a nice mark to the young defender. He'll concede some ground back, and we'll find Lockie Hanley with the possession. Not called him a lot this afternoon so far, and then he switches play to Tidit Nyack, who's still inside defensive 50. He's kick flirts with the boundary line. Well, in the end, Martin did well. The kick intended for Parnell. He's knocked out of bounds by the Tiger, and we'll get a boundary throw in. Almost in front of our best seats in the house, thanks to the all-new tradie Jaffel Jace, only available at APCO Cafe 24/7.
Oh, yes. Very nice. Pothole had one last night. He enjoyed it immensely. Dyker against McHugh gets it down to the front of the pack. But, well, I tell you what, the Giants midfielders are putting some pressure on, and there's a little bit of a thank you, and it's a holding the ball decision. Smigowski's going to take the free kick on centre wing. He was in a gang tackle there with K-Rock's own Max Kelly. The ball goes towards half forward. Tigers, they're working overtime. McHugh gets it away, and it's okay. And they get it towards Jeffrey, who goes with a long kick. Nyack goes up, Hanlon hanger. That's centre half back, Didak. And he does that well. And he's taken the great mark for the Giants to relieve the pressure as well. He goes laterally to Lockie Handley, just outside defensive 50 for the Giants. He switches the ball. Dangerous, but okay. And mark taken by Bailey Harvey. Right on the point of the centre square at half-back for the Giants.
For Malara Cat. We'll come to the other point of the square to Angus Codd. Codd will swing onto his left boot, see something he likes, and it's Riley Moore. He just had to stretch to mark, and that just halts his progress for the moment. Davis stands the mark, the former St Albans man for Grovedale. He kicks to half forward, and Dyker floats across and imposes himself and takes a mark. He's a big boy, Nettie Dyker. And now a kick inside 50. Allen had to play spoiler for the Giants, brought it to the front of the pack, laid a tackle on Goldie, and he's pinged him, the umpire. Whoa! And theatrical too, with the swing of the arms to signal holding the ball as a little push and shove takes place. Gee, a bit stiff, Josh Goldie there, Dowlow.
Yeah, I think it was a very quick decision. You obviously don't want to look to flick those balls out there in those situations, and he held it in and did the right thing, and the umpire was quick to ping him holding the ball.
Noah Allen has already had an opportunity to kick a goal, but didn't take it. This for what would be an 8-point lead as we approach quarter time. Steps out on the J-curve, snaps. Has he got enough bend? He hasn't. He's kept it to the right and through for a minor score. And the margin is 3. 3-4-22 the Giants, 3-1-19 the Tigers. 31.5 minutes almost played on the Balm Foods first quarter time clock. This opening term for Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds, Jace. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed at Harvey Norman.
Quinn plays on from fullback for Grovedale and kicks into the half-back flank position. Moore goes up for Geelong West. Punched away. Front and centre. There's Big McCarthy. He gets wrapped up straight away. He's not going anywhere. And the umpire will come in and ball it up at half forward for the Giants. Nearly 32 played. Barwon Foods time clock in his first term. Chute puts the tackle on. Ball spills free. Umpire says a throw. Free kick. Grovedale, half-back. Once the ball comes back. And it will be a free kick. Chute thought short, and then he's going to go longer along the line towards McHugh to have a run at it. Couldn't get there in time though. Ford tracks it back towards centre wing for Grovedale. And there is the siren for quarter time. And it sees the Geelong West Giants 3-4-22. They lead Grovedale 3-1-19.
Thank you, Jason Doherty. Entertaining opening quarter here. Battle of the big fellas up forward. Gillett with 2. Horniblow with 2. And we're going to take a break and come back on the other side of this. Thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. The all-new tradie Jaffel only at APCO Cafe 24/7. Good breathe, K-Rock footy.
Geelong's favourite way to wake up.
So if you have trouble bending, stretching, putting on socks as you get older, or if you were injured, so I've seen this hat.
This is my school.
This is my school.
This is my school. This is my school. This is our centre.
Level of care.
We show up and show out, ain't no giving up. We'll take it on the road, we'll bring it back home. Just know that when we go, we're taking it all the way. Hey, hey, yeah. Hey, let's go, let's go. We're gonna take it to the top and let the whole world know. Let's go, let's go. Let's show the whole world what we got. Let's go.
Processors. With AI and Windows Copilot, these computers have never been faster or smarter. For technology that's not just ahead of the curve, but bending the curve, talk to Geelong's experts in tech and discover how you can upgrade your world. Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds, proudly bringing you the future of computers. Now.
At APCO, we know your time is precious. So download the APCO app to skip the queue and pay for your fuel from the comfort of your car. Love our Jaffles and award-winning coffee? Pre-order through the APCO app. No more waiting in line, just grab and go. Shop the way you want, when you want. Just search APCO app in your app store and start saving time today. APCO Cafe 24/7. We've got you.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
Yeah, quarter time here at West Oval on a Sunday afternoon. A bit of a crowd here too. Apparently Sunday football, Jason Doherty, it won't work.
No, it never works in Geelong, Sunday footy. Never, ever, never has, never will.
Great crowd here. I think West will be more than happy to be playing on this afternoon, especially with the weather good. 3-4-22, the Giants lead Grovedale 3-1-19. They did lead by as much as 13 points, the visitors, after Tommy Gillett kicked his second of 2 goals within 3 minutes of each other, but they've bounced back, and Horniblow at the other end has kicked 2 goals, and that means that it is a lead for the Giants. 3-4-22, 3-1-19. Let's go around the grounds for Leopold Sporties, your complete family venue. Earlier today, Geelong VFL with their first win in the VFLW competition for the season, 88-56 to 22-14. AFL, and the margin there is 13 points last time I checked between the Giants and the Suns, and it is the Suns 56 leading the Giants 43. The Bulldogs and the Tigers to bounce in about half an hour from now. In the experts chair for the Sporting Globe, Eat, Drink, Sport, Rory Street, Geelong, Matty Dowling is keeping an eye on proceedings. Dallo, what did you make of that opening term?
I thought it was a pretty contested battle around the ball. Both teams sort of quite even in terms of contested possessions, and tackle numbers were quite strong with 10 and 12 apiece. But I think that what both sides and both coaches will probably be wanting to talk to their players about is trying to get some speed on the ball when they can, because they've got dominant forwards. The quicker they can get the ball inside 50 and catch them in one-on-one situations, it's going to benefit those sides. As soon as they slow that possession down and they try and kick mark and get held up, it allows the opposition defence to be able to get numbers back and then position them in a space that suits their game style in terms of defence. So if they can get it out into the open side, nice conditions, nice deck, be able to run and carry the footy and get it in, that's going to service those big, strong, tall forwards that we've mentioned already.
And it could be we could get a good old-fashioned shootout. If Horniblow and Gillett get enough supply, you'd love to see the pair of them kick 6 or 7 each.
Yeah, absolutely, and it very could, very well may happen. And then obviously Grovedale have those 2 rucks that they're moving back and forth in McCarthy and Abbott in down forward as well. So if it's not going to Gillett, they've got the opportunity to be able to kick to one of them and see if they can get a mark.
Let's go down boundary side. Jane Birch, she's going to have a chat with Greg Mellor, just waiting for him to just finalise some instructions and some thoughts. The umpires have just blown the whistle to tell Grovedale to break from their huddle, so might just be a little bit delayed in getting this second quarter underway here at West Oval. 22 playing 19, and let's go down to Birchie, who is going to have Greg Mellor come across and have a quick couple of words. Birchie?
Well, Greg, you would have been reasonably pleased that they made a slow start but then worked their way into the contest as the quarter went on.
Yeah, I felt like we were able to get our hands on the footy first at stoppage and get the ball going forward, and then we were able to give ourselves some opportunities. Lockie Horniblow's looking dangerous up forward. Noah Allen's given us a target up there as well too, and so that's been pleasing.
And they seem to be playing around with their ruck combination at the moment. They've got a few that they can put through there, obviously, so that's going to be an area for you to watch in terms of that contested footy.
Yeah, they have, and I thought Ned Dyker's actually been pretty good. He's only a young kid, played 9 or 10 games. I thought that he got on. I was able to give us, a bit of a look at it in the back half of that quarter. So, he's going to learn a lot today.
Thanks so much. Good luck.
Greg Mellor joining us there on K-Rock Footy. Thank you, Birchie.
Kingy, I had a chat to Scott Penning out in the middle as well.
Yep.
And he has already umpired 3 BFL games this year. This is his first GFL game. He plans to do more of it next year when he is no longer president out at Bannockburn.
Thank you for that. Good work, Birchie. Look,
he said he loves it.
Yeah, and seems to be actually quite good at it too.
Yeah, I'll tell you the other thing. I saw Bannockburn legend Clinton Shaw here today. I think that's his son Xavier who's debuting today.
Right.
For Geelong West.
There you go.
Yes, so the Shaw clan from Banno will
and
be here.
Where does Josh DeGoldie fit in?
He'd have to sit there somewhere. What is he? Damien's son, maybe?
Well, I'm thinking, is he Laurie's grandson?
Maybe, yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, maybe. We'll try and find that out as well.
Second quarter action, thanks to Sheen Panel Service. Here's Jace.
So getting it down, McCarthy in the middle, but rowed by K-Rock's own Max Kelly. Gets a left foot kick for West towards the point of the centre square at half forward, but Grovedale, they come back inside looking for 4, doesn't sit for him. Kelly again, he got one high. And he is down and had 3 Grovedale players around him. Max takes a while to get up. He's looking up to see who it was. I'm not sure it was Liam Jardine, actually. He gives the handball away. And running off half-back, the Giants go inside 50. No mark taken by Shaw. Allen comes out. He gets it again. He's been lively. Drops the footy in the contest, though. Handball on the out. Grovedale now with a kick around half-back. Moore leads in the race to the football for Geelong West. He can't keep it in. And there... Ooh, I thought he might have been paying insufficient. But umpire Jones says, throw it in. Centre wing, broadcast side. And we will have the boundary umpire do some work.
So... ball back into play, just forward of the wing. Broadcast side of the ground. Dyker front position, grabbed it out of the ruck and then looped a handball into the path of Taylor. Had to wait for it to bounce, and he's kicked beautifully smothered. Ford diving across his boot. The typical desperation that we expect from Will Ford. And it goes out of bounds. That is simply stunning from Will Ford. It doesn't get any real stat other than a 1%er, but immeasurably can lift a team. Tap down McCarthy. Rolled through the legs of Little. Here is Ford with a clearance. Just jammed it on the boot. It's touched off the boot. You could hear the call. Double fist there by Dwyer. Knocked it into the path of Kelly, who's kick around the corner, eluded Dyker. Trying to trap it, but not able to take it was Lima. They're going to come up with a Quinn. A handball release. Kaya went to go one way. Bell to ground, and then bounced to his feet like a cat. And then kicks looking for McCarthy, who was well spoiled by Kelly. Gave away height, and now holding the ball, I reckon, coming here. Kelly's held it in. Umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. But just the contest there to stop McCarthy being able to mark. And now McCarthy and Kelly are into it. There's a little bit going on also between Parnell and Chute. And now Lockie Taylor wants to come in and mess with Joe McCarthy. Joe McCarthy's about to lose his jumper. Lima's got him as well. And there's going to be a free kick for a hold because Corey Lima has been actually pinned hanging onto the jumper of Joe McCarthy off the play. And umpire Jones says, I'm had enough of this. I'm blowing the whistle.
Joe McCarthy, that's unlike a Lima. Great kick by McCarthy. And he gets it to centre wing. Tommy Stephen takes the mark. He plays on. He chips the ball towards half. Ford, who comes out. Who else? K-Rock's own. Gillett takes the mark, 50 out from goal directly in front.
How's the kick then from Joe McCarthy?
How
As a ruckman just bit off straight through the corridor. Flat, hard kick found Tommy Stephen, and then his little pitching wedge over the top into some space found Tommy Gillett.
It did. So Gillett to give Grovedale back the lead. He's kicked 2 this afternoon already. And he's shooting for goal at the northern end. 50 out directly in front here at West Oval. I reckon he can hold his own there, Joe McCarthy. He had 4 or 5 going at him too, and he did pretty well. And can Gillett finish off the work? You betcha he can. Has he got the distance? Nyack right on the goal line, but it's not going to make any difference. It's through. Gillett has kicked his 3rd. And out of Grovedale's 4-1-25, they reclaim the lead. Geelong West 3-4-22. And that is on the Sheen Panel Service. K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard.
I liked the intensity there from Geelong West, but they've just got to be careful that they don't get over frustrated. And Grovedale have started this quarter already quite strong in terms of the contested football. 3-1 possessions early. when they're able to get their hands on the football and get it out, chain it by hands and or find a mark, they've been quite dangerous when they've been able to change angles. So just need to keep their heads, Geelong West, and maintain some composure and calmness when they've got ball in hand.
Umpire Penning puts it into the air. It's grabbed out of the ruck by McCarthy. Wants to take off. Handball was knocked down, though. It's going to work out for Dyker. Gave a handball to Little. Kick inside 50. Where's Horny Blow? And the shootout continues as he marks on the chest in the right forward pocket. This is what we've come to see. Is this Joe Radojevic and Fred Cook?
Fred Cook.
Or is it Horny Blow and Gillett? A bit of a throwback to the old days here at West with an old-fashioned full-forward shootout. Lockie Horny Blow right in front of our best seats in the house. Win free coffee for a year at APCO Cafe 24/7. It'll be some sort of kick. You've probably got to start at left-hand goalpost. Lockie, Breeze is going to do a little bit back. He'll kick from around 47 metres, close to the man on the mark, and it went out the outside of the right boot, Connor O'Sullivan style, and out of bounds on the full.
Oh, that wasn't his best kick. That was a absolute shank.
That is me off the 9th tee at Port Arlington last Tuesday.
So Quinn with the kick back in. Ooh, dangerous. Just showed a little bit, but Jeffrey was there right in the back end to centre square, goal square for Grovedale. They go out wide. Tommy Schultz takes it, and he gets it further afield. They go over the top. Oh, Jeffrey had followed it up and made a bit of ground at half-back. So they're just chipping their way through, and then they come up to Walker, who takes the mark. Back end of centre wing for Grovedale. He chips again as well. Have to be precise, and they're not. The ball in dispute now for Little. He can't take it. Ford can. Shuffles the handball out. They get going. Lee Ellis, 55 from goal. He puts it out in front. Oh, good mark too. Coming out at pace was Bailey McDonald. And he's taken the mark in the left forward pocket. Going to be shooting from about 35, 40 metres out, right on the boundary line. Will Ford again involved in that middle and was able to get the contest going. Lee Ellis put it on the chest of Bailey McDonald. He's going to shoot for goal. Right foot kick across the face of goal. Hasn't got anywhere near the goals because Nyack has taken the mark. Last line of defence for Geelong West to save the day.
Right next to the right-hand behind post. He goes across the face of his defensive goal to Codd. And he's got it next to the left-hand behind post. Right back pocket. And just short a kick, and he's turned it over into the waiting arms of Chute. Chute quickly turns around and sees Abbott standing all alone, 20 metres out directly in front. Turnovers will kill you in this game, and especially when you make them like that. They just gifted the footy there to Grovedale, and Ryan Abbott, they hadn't restructured up behind the footy, Dowlo, and he's the recipient.
He is, and Geelong West have done it a couple of times where they've looked to switch play and then they just haven't really gone anywhere with their possession.
Well, has Abbott made them pay? He hasn't. He's tugged it to the left and through from behind, and the margin is 4, so a bullet dodge there for the Giants. 3-4-22 West, now trail Grovedale 4-2-26, 7 minutes played, second quarter action thanks to Sheen Panel Service. Get $750 off your excess with Sheen Group. T's and C's apply.
Handley plays on from fullback, comes broadcast side towards half-back, looking for Dyker. It's off hands. Grovedale with the numbers at the side. Harrison White kick was beautifully smothered, and they can run away quickly as well. That came from Smigowski. Go through forward 50 now. It's a one-on-one. Horny Blow against Campy. Which way is it going to bounce? Horny Blow impacts it. Can he pick it up? He can. He gets loses the football on the tackle. Needed some support. Didn't really come though. Oh, how? That's a don't argue. That's nearly holding the ball. It is. Absolutely, it was the don't argue. And Xavier Shaw put the tackle on, and he is going to shoot for goal from 45 out. And I don't know whether he needs to actually get it explained, Nick, how he went the big don't argue.
He reckons he got taken high.
Did not. Xavier Shaw. And this in his first game, for his first goal, 45 out, puts it to the top of the square, punch through, hold, said the umpire, going to be a free kick. No score. He's going to come back. Brady Campy held on to in the marking contest there against Horny Blow, and he's going to take the free kick in the last line of defence.
Brady Campy, former skipper of the club, just directing traffic. Won't come broadcast side. We'll keep it with that unique kicking style on the outer side. Ask Walker to do a bit. Hall is there, the former Joey's man, but he can't take it. And it's off hands and out of bounds. Under the scoreboard, thanks to Sheen Panel Service. Grovedale 26, West 22, just the one goal added in his second term, and that came through the agency of Tom Gillett, who's got 3 in his first game of the season. Good to see him back, because he is a really good watch. And that's a shallow throw-in, and it's going to be recalled and thrown in again. Ned Dyker was seriously advantaged by it, and we will do it all again. Quite on the injury front, Birchie for St John of God Hospital. Nothing to report at this stage through a quarter and a bit.
No, very quiet on that front, which is good.
Caring for our community for 50
Unlike yesterday.
Yeah, where it was absolute carnage between Lara and North Shore in the ruck contest. McCarthy got rid of Dyker, won the tap down. Jardine tried to get a handball away. Handball will go out the side door towards Big McCarthy, who then planted into the back of the Giant. There might be a free kick coming here. He's there for a push. And it will be, or it will be a ball up. Ball is locked under the pack. It is a push. And the free kick belongs, I think, to Smigowski, who's got it. Just outside 50. So he sends it to the goal square. Allen or Horny Blow. Allen might have spoiled Horny Blow in the end. Ball at the front of the pack. DeGoldie had it knocked from his grasp. Chance for Allen through traffic, and then found room where there was none and kicked the Metricon goal of the day. He sort of did his best Moses impersonation. There was a roadblock, and then he just parted them. And he kicked the goal from the top of the square, gets his first of the afternoon, and gives his team a little buffer of 2 points. They take back the lead. 4-4-28, Grovedale 4-2-26. That is a Metricon goal of the day contender. Visit the Metricon display home at Armstrong Creek, Warralilly Estate, just off the Surf Coast Highway. What happened there?
I really like Noah Allen. He plays that high half forward role, which link forward role, which is a really hard role to play. You got to get up the ground and then get back, and you can still be a marking target and be dangerous. But what he did so well there was that he spoiled Horny Blow's mark, or they both spoiled each other. Then he kept his feet, and he was so strong to be able to bust through and finish nicely in front of goal.
Abbott back in the middle, gets it down for Grovedale. Roved by Jardine. He gets it towards half forward. Foot race getting across there, though, is Stelmer for Geelong West. Ball still in dispute. Oh, Hanley can't pick it up. Coming back, Howe just threw the handball up. Little falls to him, gives it to a standing start. Madalena got through some traffic. He goes back inboard. It's okay. Finds Finn O'Keefe. Now he wants to come to the fat side. He looks for Horny Blow. Takes a great diving mark. He made up a lot of ground and is taking it 60 from goal. Lockie Horny Blow. Pretty congested between him and goal. He goes into the pocket now. He sets it up. Quinn goes up. Can't take the mark. Free kick for a big slap across the arm, says the umpire, and Rory Quinn will relieve the pressure for the Tigers.
Will, the co-captain, across the face of his defensive goal. Went looking for Kaya. Getting a little piece of it was Taylor to knock it to ground, but there's going to be a free kick for too high, and they get out of jail there. So, with the footy, high right foot kick. Big ask there, but the mark overhead was pretty good, taken by Howe. Just in front of the scoreboard, 28-26. No team really able to gain ascendancy. He has called to play on. Drives a kick to the outer wing, and on the juggle, Ellis has taken the mark. He was the last man standing in the end. He's quickly going to play on. He wants to switch the play into the path of Quinn. How will the bounce sit? Sat nicely, actually bounced back into his path, and then he pulled the kick beautifully onto the chest of Walker, who has taken the mark. He swings onto his right boot. Sam Walker sends it towards goal, and Abbott flying and marking. He had a run and jump at the footy, and that's all he needed, the big man. And he'll go back and have a shot and try and do better than what he produced a little bit earlier in the quarter when he missed from about 25 out directly in front.
What Grovedale did really well then was they were able to empty out from their defensive 50, and that's how they created the overlap handball chain on the wing here. Geelong West need to clear out quickly from their forward line so that they're able to stop those pockets opening up.
Abbott goes back and makes no mistake this time, and they're back in front, the Grovedale Tigers. It's a topsy-turvy clash here at West Oval on a Sunday afternoon. Sheen panel service, second quarter K-Rock scoreboard. Get $7.50 off your excess with Sheen Group. T's and C's apply. They improved to 5-2-32. The Giants stay at 4-4-28, and we've gone 13 and a quarter minutes on the Barn Foods second quarter time clock. Entertaining clash, Dowlow.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of a shootout, which is always exciting when both teams can go forward and look like they've got a target to kick to, and that's what happens when they get that fast play through the middle of the 50s. It gives their forwards the best chance to be in good positions to run and jump at the ball and mark.
Back in the middle, Abbott up against Dyker. Abbott gets it down. Howe through the middle, fresh air shot, held on to, holding the ball, said the umpire. Too slow. Now the Giants want to move it quickly. Come towards broadcast side. No mark taken by Lima. Harrison White gets it up. Handball through some traffic. Stephen didn't take it with him. The other way, though. Coming back, needs some help. Jeffrey got one high. Should get a free kick, Grovedale. And told about it by Tommy Stephen, too. And the umpire said it needs to come back. So it's coming right back towards half-back for... Oh, he's turned it over.
Yeah, I reckon he's
Tommy Stephen, who actually gave him one on the way past. So Lima got it away. Oh, now the kick inside forward 50 from Josh Dwyer wasn't great. Needs some support there. Taylor puts on a good tackle. The umpire will come in and ball it up 45 from Geelong West goal.
That's just silly doing things like that, isn't it? You've got the footy in your hands, Dowlo. Don't give the umpire a reason to make a decision.
No, absolutely not. When you get them, you want to hold on to them, not give them away.
Abbott to do the ruck work against the smaller Madalena, who actually might have won the tap. Billy Ford was there. O'Keefe can't get through the traffic of both Ford and also Howe, and we'll get a ball up 45 out from the Giants goal. Attacking the southern or Church Street end in this second quarter. They're 4-4-28, trailing Grovedale 5-2-32. Umpire penning to put it into the air. Abbott and Madalena again. Abbott winning the tap down this time, but the roving done by Smigowski, whose kick out on the outside of the right boot has gone onto the bike track. And we'll get a free kick belonging to Will Jeffrey. Left back pocket, long way from home though. His team leading by 4 as we approach the halfway mark of term number 2, thanks to Sheen Panel Service.
Now Jeffrey called to play on now. Moves it on with the right foot towards centre wing. Packed there, punched away. Side off the shin of Shoot. And out of bounds for a throw in. So it will be just forward of centre wing for the Giants. Abbott up against Noah Allen having a run in the ruck for the Giants now. Abbott gets his way to the front, brings it down, does his own roving work if it stays in. No, Dwyer, in fact it was Smith, it was Finn O'Keefe who actually got it forward to Taylor, who has had a good first half as well. But he couldn't keep it in. Right in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to Atco Cafe 24/7. We're going to have a boundary throw, and it's 4-4-28. The Giants, Grovedale 5-2-32, and we've played 16 minutes on the Barn Foods second quarter time clock.
Suns 70, Giants 56. 20 minutes gone, third quarter. Abbott winning the tap down from the boundary throw-in. Shoot a handball. Ford's been good, just back of the wing. Decides to have a bounce. Nobody comes at him. And then he pulls the kick wide to Alice. It's well weighted. He hits it in stride. He runs to 50. He has a bounce. He can steady. How far did he run? Doesn't matter. He has a shot and he doesn't hit it well because Riley Moore gets across to knock it through for a behind. And makes the margin 5-3-33 Grovedale, Geelong West 4-4-28. Lee Ellis would normally gobble those opportunities up.
So Handley for the Giants at full back to bring the ball back into play. Everybody's broadcast side, so that's where he's going to come. Just a little wedge towards Allen, can't take the mark. Off the back of the pack, K-Rock zone. Handball backwards is all right. O'Keefe got it away to Allen again through some traffic. Right foot kick, open towards centre half forward. Campy gets back, can't take the mark. Handball, the Giants, they haven't got much inside 50, so there's a little bit of candy. And then a right foot kick from 45 out, open goal square. And it just bounces through. It's Bailey Harvey. And he puts it through for one behind to the Giants. So they go to 4-5-29, Grovedale 5-3-33. And that's on the Sheen Panel Service K-Rock second quarter scoreboard.
White short kicking into the right back pocket. He's marked there by Kaya. Kaya with a high ball to half back. Defensive spoil came from Lockie Hanley. Knocks it out of bounds. Boundary throw. And Tom Hanley doing good things with the Geelong Falcons, who are in action this afternoon. We'll keep an eye across that score for you. Thanks to Leopold Sporties. But earlier today, can tell you Geelong VFLW had their first win of the 2025 season. Abbott from behind against Dyker, maybe winning the tap down. Here's O'Keefe, slung in the tackle, but fired a handball forward, and he's going to come back. And I reckon that might be a sling tackle, and it's going to come back. O'Keefe slow to get to his feet. He does so now. Bit concerned that he actually might have landed awkwardly, but the umpire happy to pay a free kick. And now a short kick, O'Keefe, and he went looking for a leading target, and Xavier Shaw, judging it best off the boot, getting across and taking the mark. Ball's in the hands there of Kaya with a long ball to the outer wing, looking for mark from Gillett. It's off hands, and it's not going to go out of bounds. It's going to be kept alive. No, Stelmer, as he threw his boot at the ball, couldn't get it to stay in the field of play, and we'll get a boundary throw-in. So out of wing, 18 and 3/4 minutes played on the Bowen Foods time clock. And it's 4-5-29 the Giants, 5-3-33 Grovedale. I did call Jack Kyer a bit earlier. It was actually Tommy Stephen, the former Geelong amateur boy, who starting to rack up the games. Game 41 for him this afternoon since coming across from Queen's Park.
So boundary throw-in. Just forward to centre wing for the Giants. Ball spills free and it now goes towards centre half forward for Grovedale. They pick it up and then there was a good tackle. That was on Joel Martin, the tackle. Pack develops at right half forward for the Tigers, and we're going to have a ball up. 20 played in this second term here at West Oval. Bowen Foods time clock. Yeah, ball up. Abbott back in the ruck against Dyker. Dyker gets it down. Little can't take it there for Geelong West. Falls to the side for Finn O'Keefe. He gets tackled straight away by Jack Chute. Over the shoulder, said the umpire. Free kick. And it's going to be Finn O'Keefe. Back end of centre wing on the outer side for the Giants. He chips the ball over the top. Oh, terrible kick. Stephen comes the other way. He gets pushed off the football. Shoots in there as well. And that's the ball's going to stay in there. I think the umpire's going to have to come in and do some work. And that's what we call poop in the industry here. Yep. Poopy play. Yep. And we're going to have to fix that up from both teams.
There's no enjoyment out of any of that.
No.
Dyker. Abbott removed Dyker. Tried to grab the footy. Couldn't. Little was clean. Get a handball over the top, but he missed Dwyer. Knocked away from him by Stephen. Dwyer reefed it back and then just fired a handball forward, but missed his target. And there's a chance here to go forward for Grovedale, and flying and taking a really good mark over the head is Walker. There's a lot to like about Sam Walker, and then he pulls a kick into the pocket to the advantage of Gillett, who just got there but couldn't complete the mark. Turned and kicked back to the middle, and that was nice. Lace out. Finds a target, and Bailey McDonald, who might have just copped one to the breadbasket for his...
Parnell gave him a perfect one straight in it.
Right in the solar plexus, and he's just going to take a couple of deep breaths, go back and have a shot at goal and try and push this margin out to double figures.
There's been some really good connection too between Ryan Abbott and Will Ford in around the stoppages. That's a couple that they've been able to palm down to each other and get the ball moving forward in Grovedale's favour.
Bailey McDonald has had a solid start to the season. Back into the side today after missing last week's loss to Leopold. 13 goals from Steven Starts as a small forward is a good return. Shot at goal coming. McDonald starts it right. Will the breeze work for him? In fact, in the end, it actually pushes away. Dyker got a fist on it. Outside of the right boot, the kick of Martin. Moore tries to get it through for a rush behind. He does. And a minor score. So the margin is 5 again. 5-4-34. Playing 4-5-29. Rush behind there for the Tigers in this second term. Thanks to Sheen Panel Service. Get $7.50 off your excess with Sheen Group. T's and C's apply.
Handley. Pretty much straight down the ground. And it's a good kick too. And Little did some good front and centre work, but the ball didn't sit for him in the end. He can try to get the handball away. Now Jeffrey shuffles a little handball. Well done, Lloyd Lima. And they run away, the Giants on centre wing. Oh, dangerous. He used it. Oh, speed wobbles and got a trip. And lucky. I'll tell you what, Charlie Hall, very lucky. He nearly fell over his own feet. He goes towards the top of the square. Horny blow gets back there. Can't take the mark. He's got 2 on him, but he was pretty good. He kicks over his shoulder and kicks the Metricon goal of the day. Oh, lucky Horny blow. His 3rd of the afternoon. Great 1-on-2 play pretty much from Lockie Horniblow. He had 2 against him. He worked his way to the front of the pack and then jumped up and kicked the goal. His 3rd of the afternoon for the Giants. And great play by Lockie Horniblow. 5-5-35 the Giants. Grovedale 5-4-34. They've reclaimed the lead on the Sheen Panel Service K-Rock second quarter scoreboard.
They just lost a bit of contact there on Lockie Horniblow. He had a bit of spare time and then he went back with the flight of the ball, and what he did really, really well was kept his feet. The other Grovedale defenders just slipped over and gave him that little bit of time to gather and finish, and that was a really nice piece of play from a key forward.
The Metricon goal today, contender. Might not beat the one earlier from Noah Allen, but back in the middle, a chance for Lockie Taylor to clear. Kick out wide, bouncing ball set on its point. Smigowski showed a little bit of candy, then a handball back to Hall. Hall no stumbles this time. A scything ball, it skidded along the ground. Gee, Dyker was clean, freed the arms, get away from Stephen coming at him. A kick back inside 50. Horniblow with the one hand, couldn't mark, found the footy, had it knocked from his grasp. He'll get a free kick for a hold. Tommy Schultz thought he'd won a free kick for holding the ball, but he knocked it from his grasp, and Horniblow is a lot of fun to watch. He makes things happen. And he'll go back and have a shot.
That breeze has just picked up a little bit down here at ground level. You would have noticed that kick from Bailey McDonald, really held up.
Real easterly?
Yes, coming straight towards me here.
Yeah, same into the van.
Into
And
the
Jace has just reached for the jacket.
I've had enough.
Ground report thanks to Goddings. Victoria Street in North Geelong. Here's Lockie Horniblow looking for number 4. Will kick from 45 metres out, sends it on its way, and he's put it straight over the goal umpire's hat, and he loves a celebration, does Lockie Horniblow. He's got 25 for the season. If he has a day out this afternoon, you can start putting him into calculations for leading goal kicker, because the leaders, Paddy Dowling and Tommy Higgins, are on 31, and Lockie Horniblow is on the move. He was a double leagues output today. Get himself 7 or 8, he'd be well and truly in the reckoning at the halfway mark. 6-5-41 the Giants, their biggest lead of the afternoon. Grovedale 5-4-34, second quarter. K-Rock Sheen Panel Service scoreboard.
Well, he has just sprayed Tom Schultz with the water too, and they're not happy with him. Lockie Horniblow, and he's told him all about it. And umpire Jones is late to the party, I can tell you, because they are all carrying on. We'll keep an eye on that as the ball's back in the middle. Again, Taylor gets chicken wing. That's holding the ball. Umpire says held to him. Lucky. Because he had plenty of time to get it away to start with, and the umpire didn't agree. And he said, no, we're going to have a secondary bounce just on the side of the centre circle. So, Dyken with a big thump away again. Rove, though, by White for Grovedale. Goes towards centre half forward with the kick. Ford tried to get across there. Harvey got there first for the Giants. Ball spills free towards he and Martin for Grovedale. He can't pick it up. Pack develops around him, 55 from goal, and we are going to have a ball up. 25 and a half played in this second term. Geelong West to 6-5-41. Grovedale 5-4-34 on the Sheen Panel Service scoreboard.
Ball into the air. Dyker had a fresh airy. McCarthy picked up the footy, clearing kick. Lockie Taylor for West towards the winger. Bouncing ball. Works out a Horniblow coming up the ground. Turns and snaps and says to Noah Allen, run onto this loose footy and see if we can use some toe. Campy did well. Later tackle and dumped him to ground. Allen wants a free kick. He looked at the umpire. Should have gone back and got the footy. Turns back to the umpire and says, where's my free kick? And I've got a sneaking suspicion as he gets a little pat on the head from Tommy Schultz. I reckon Allen's actually got cause for a free kick there, because Campy, once he released the footy, made sure that he brought him to ground.
Yeah, he did. I thought Campy did really, really well initially. Probably did grab onto him, but play on.
I reckon Brady Campy might have hurt a groin in that. Keep an eye on him. Birchie in the right back pocket there. Kick to the wing. Jardine went looking for a marking target, and Cummins didn't find him in the end. There was no mark paid as Stelmer took the footy. He's going to end up with the footy in the end anyway. Chance to go inside 50 from Frost. Frost kick. Oh, that's out the full, surely.
Yes, it was.
Smigowski tried to climb the boundary umpire. DeGoldie quickly to Quinn, and the mark taken just outside defensive 50.
Wants to switch the ball laterally across to the other side of the ground. It's okay. And taking the mark there is Martin. He goes further afield with that breeze. It just holds up in the field of play. They've got the overlap. Jeffries handball back, missed the target, mucking around with the Tigers. Martin has to be good. Wasn't terrible. Handball went nowhere. Backwards now. Horniblow, he left it behind as well. DeGoldie put the tackle on him. Pack develops around Horniblow, and the umpire will come in and ball it up.
Lockie Horniblow was turning and snapping it before he took possession.
He was too.
Be the best way to describe that. Dowlow's furiously taking notes for the Sporting Globe. Eat, drink, sport, Rowe Street, Geelong. McCarthy to do the ruck work. He won the tap down for Grovedale. Little did the roving for the Giants. Ethan Little today playing game number 90. So would need to play on into next year to bring up 100. Tap down from behind. Might have been Madalena. Little, a handball. Sold his teammate up the river there in Cole. Can't miss him in the headband, and we'll get a ball up just outside 50 at left half forward. 6-5-41. There's a bit of push and shove. Stephen getting involved. And there's going to be a free kick going against Horniblow. So they've ruffled his feathers a little bit.
Him and Allen.
Yeah, and they've just made the change in the matchup as well. It looks like Tom Schultz has gone to Lockie Horniblow, and Campy's now going and playing on Allen.
Now, long ball from that free kick for Grovedale was a poor one. It lands on the chest of Tiddit Nyack. Nyack wants to play on. He bounces inside his defensive 50, went to come broadcast side, went to go back the other way, and then went back about 8 metres with a kick that wasn't paid as a mark to Lockie Hanley, who under pressure has to turn and kick and finds a target in the left back pocket. But they made tough work of that as Codd takes the mark.
So Cod now wants to switch the ball back to the goal square. Ryan Abbott right there. Lockie Hanley says, get back, Ryan. I need some space to kick. He does. He comes broadcast side. Riley Moore have to be good here. He goes up. Win a one-on-one with Quinn. And off his hands and out of bounds for a throw-in. So Tigers keep the pressure on there. And we're going to have a boundary throw-in. 29 played in this second term. It's the Giants by 7 points. 6-5-41. Grovedale 5-4-34. Machine panel service. K-Rock scored ball.
So ball hurled back into play. Dyker worked off it by McCarthy, freed the arms to get a handball away, but Little chopped it off and then won the ball before being taken in a two-man tackle. Wrapping him up, Ben Davis, one of those. And we'll get a ball up. Point of the square at left half forward.
Grovedale's just put a spare back here as well.
Udalo for the Sporting Globe. Dyker does his own roving and puts a handball into space, but straight into the waiting arms of Jeffrey. Suits his left boot into the pocket. Walker stretching, just couldn't reel it in, and then the handball that came to him from Davis has gone out of bounds, and we'll get a boundary throw in. Left forward pocket, northern end of the ground. Cloud starting to roll in, which was forecast, and the breeze coming from the east has just got up a little bit, impacting a little bit of the skill in this second quarter.
So a throw in. Tigers in attack. Abbott got it behind the ruck contest, but Stelmer got the kick up the chimney towards centre wing. McCarthy, he got pushed. The umpire, did he find it? Oh, yeah, well, the umpire from 74 metres away found it, and the umpire in control, who was 20 metres away, didn't see it. So Joe McCarthy's going to get the free kick and centre wing.
Kingy, Brady Campy's just come off that injury you mentioned earlier. He's certainly hampered by that, so that'll be a big blow for them, because he seems to be the one that can go with horny blow in terms of strength.
I reckon it's a groin, Birchie. Keep an eye on it if you don't mind.
Ball, thanks to St John got update there from Birchie on Brady Campy. Now deep in Grovedale's forward 50. The ball spills free, still in dispute as well. The handball, that came over the top. And they're still just gone back outside. 50 now, the Tigers. They get the kick back in, but Cod fills the space and takes the mark for the Giants just to settle the play down for the home side. So inside there, defence at 50. And 31 played in this second term, close to siren time for half time.
Outside of the left boot, that kick from Josh DeGoldie was very interesting. Max Kelly's got it at left half back for the Giants. He's been good this afternoon, and he's driving it to the wing and stretching and taking the mark is Dyker, and then he turns and kicks quickly inside 50. Horny blow and a rest. He's going to give away a free kick for a hold. He's playing against McHugh, so that matchup might have changed again for Wombat Gully Plant Farm.
McHugh is the one that they have put back here as a spare back, so whether they've just drifted and that's where they've landed at the minute.
So Lockie Horny blow, he's got the strength. He doesn't need to engage like that. Goal Kaya's kick, that's dangerous. Went looking for the similarly tattooed Jardine. Jardine did all right in the end to get the loose footy and give it to Cummins. Cummins kicks towards the wing, or big fly, but no mark taken there by Dwyer. He brought it to ground, then laid a tackle, and we'll get a ball up. True centre wing broadcast side. Margin is 7. Giants leading. Last man up is the big man McCarthy. The general's been good this afternoon in the ruck.
So gets it again. McCarthy goes towards the boundary line. Taylor, though, for Geelong West. Oh, he ran out.
Yeah.
That one truly was nearly in Birchie's pocket there. Birchie could have got a handball. He was that close. And it's out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Lockie Taylor couldn't keep that in. We've had 5 goals in this quarter. How is it 32 minutes gone? Amazing.
No handballs to a stationary target, Jace.
Oh, I thought you were on the run there, Birchie. Sorry. Yeah.
Reports during the rounds that Matt Rowell has re-signed at the Gold Coast.
Well, well on, Matt. Great. Good on you.
Oh, it's good.
Fantastic.
It's good for the comp.
Boundary throw in. And did you do that at half time in the game they're playing? That's good. The ball, Howe. Oh, he gets wrapped up. That's holding the ball. He has, umpire Jones says it's held to him, and we're going to have a ball up.
79-57, Gold Coast leading the Giants at three-quarter time at Sydney Showgrounds.
A ball up here at West. Dyker gets it down for Geelong West. The umpire says it's all held in, and everybody's just hanging for the...
We've had 5 goals, and we've gone... This is ridiculous.
That's exactly what I said, Tom. I just can't believe how this is happening. Oh,
there we go.
There we go. Thank goodness somebody listened to us.
It's half-time. Thanks to Sheen Panel Service that second quarter. Get $750 off your excess with Sheen Group. T's and C's apply. 6-5-41 the Giants, who kicked 3 goals, 1. Grovedale kicked 2 goals, 3. But we've got a good contest here on a Sunday afternoon at West Oval. There might be an injury issue as the Oz kickers come flying onto the ground. Look at this. They're coming from left, right and centre. As a little temporary post will go into the ground. Jane Birch is also going to head onto the ground as well. Don't confuse her for an Oz kicker.
I might get a kick.
Don't talk talk yourself up, Birchie. Down to you. You're heading towards the Geelong West huddle and looking to pull one of their players for a quick chat. Who are you going to grab? I suspect Max Kelly might be in your sights. Is that where you're heading? And it is K-Rock's own Max Kelly with Jane Birch. Birchie, down to you.
Well, Max, it's a really tight contest out there, obviously, but a bit of a shootout with the forwards, and when you guys can get it in quickly and in good positions for Horny Blow, he's looking really good today.
Yeah, Horny's just a superstar. I just love having him in the side. He can go long, go to him quickly, and we managed to get scores on the board. These sort of games we love playing. We love to be fast, energetic, really young side. We love it.
So what do you think the focus areas will be? What will be emphasised at halftime in the rooms there for you guys to really sort of pull away? Because it's just been a bit of a seesawing affair so far.
I think it all comes down to pressure. The pressure gauge needs to stay high. If our pressure stays high, we cause turnovers and we can get forward to the footy. We look really dangerous when we go fast. So I think that would be our number one priority.
Thanks so much. Good luck for the second half.
Thanks.
Thank you, Jane Birch. Down boundary side for Leopold Sporties, your complete family venue, 135 Torquay Road in Grovedale. It's 7 points the margin. Geelong West 641.
Is my school.
This is my school.
This is my school.
This is my school. This is our stadium.
Specialists at Harvey Norman. Your locally owned and operated Harvey Norman, Corio and Warn Ponds.
Metricon gives you freedom to get more of what you really want in a brand new home. More space, more light, and all at a price you can afford. Like the family favourite 4-bedroom Amira 20 with Kingston facade from $223,900. Yes, under 224 grand. But hurry, first 40 buyers only. Search Metricon Homes today. Conditions apply. Exclude site costs. Geelong Build Region. CDBU 52967.
All this footy making you peckish? Time for some Zambrero feel-good mix. Incredible burritos, bowls and nachos. Cook slow and serve fast with only the freshest, most delicious ingredients. Plus, when you buy a regular or big burrito or bowl, Zambrero donates a meal to someone in need through the Plate for Plate initiative. Feel extra good about every bite. Grab your Zambrero now. Geelong West, Ocean Grove and Torquay. Or order online so you don't miss any of the action. Zambrero, feel good mix.
Have you had a car accident and needing it repaired now? With Sheen Panel Service, you don't need to wait, Geelong. We will pick up and drop off your car. We will provide an accident replacement vehicle. We will even pay up to $750 off your insurance excess. Sheen will also offer a lifetime guarantee on all repairs. Get your car fixed now and conveniently with Sheen Panel Service. T's and C's apply. Visit sheengroup.com.au or call 1300 249 755.
thanks to our number one ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
For Blackman's Brewery, it's half-time, the ultimate half-time beer made in Geelong. I reckon there might be a Sunday night sneaky Pivot City lager. There's no footy on tonight. It's actually come 6 o'clock. The round's actually finished. We don't get a Sunday night from Perth or a Sunday twilight from Perth where we're still watching footy at 9 or 10 o'clock on a Sunday evening.
There'll be something else on, won't there? There must be.
There'll be work.
No, there must be. Is the rugby league game on?
No, I don't think so.
Storm did it tough last night, I can tell you.
They got up, didn't they, in the end?
25-24.
With a field goal?
Golden point.
Oh.
Yes, the old golden point. Yes. So it might be a golden point here today.
It's in good condition, this game. 6-5-41, playing 5-4-34. Let's go around the grounds for Leopold Sporties. Geelong in the VFLW, I should say. AFLW still about 6 weeks away. 8-8-56 defeated Carlton, 2-2-14. The margin 42 points in that one. And it's tightening up at Sydney Showgrounds. Oh, yeah, the Giants 69, the Suns 79.
Oh, hello. Hang on. Matt Rowell might not have signed. Hang on.
Western Bulldogs 12, Richmond yet to score. Now, I haven't got that. I've just had that sent to me that the message was Matt Rowell won't be a cat for at least a couple of years yet.
Oh, I'm sure they'll find somebody else to get in there, won't they?
Just would have thought.
Zach Butters or somebody?
Yeah, thank you to Zambrero for feeding us today. Zambrero Geelong West always look after us with our feed, but you can also find them at Torquay and Ocean Grove, and there might be another one coming.
Really?
Yeah,
is there?
I'm not sure whether I can say where or when.
Really?
But you might be able to get your Zambrero fixed. Put it this way, south of the Barwon.
South of the Barwon, hey?
Make Zambrero your go-to footy feast, and it's back to 4 points. Thanks to our executive producer, who's all over the score, Laurie Hill.
Yes, I know where that's going.
Yes,
very nice.
No joke.
No joke.
Order online so you don't miss any of the footy action. Zambrero burritos, bowls and nachos are cooked slow and served fast with only the freshest, most delicious ingredients. I like my burritos with just veggies in them. I'm a spicy cauliflower man. Really enjoy that. What did you have today, Jace?
I had the beef, and you're a strange cat. And I think Dallo might have doubled up because I think he had last night as well.
On the way home from Lara, I stopped into Geelong West, bit of feel-good Max, and beef last night and chicken today. So I love a bit of Zambreros.
Mixing it up.
There's Birchie. What did you have, Birchie? Birchie disappeared.
Oh, I had the pork.
Yeah, the pork. So, no, thank you to the team. I do thoroughly enjoy having a little bit of Zambrero, especially on a Sunday. Injury updates, Birchie, please, for St John of God Hospital, caring for our community for 50 years. Brady Campy's the issue at the moment.
Yeah, Brady Campy's the big watch, obviously, because he was the one that was actually matching Horty Blow in the strength stakes. So it'd be interesting to see. I'll get an update as soon as they come back out, but that would be a big loss for Grovedale. Other than that, it's been pretty quiet on the injury front.
Thank you for that, Birchie. Giants now lead by 2 points. Stats for Kerrs High, 3 locations: North Geelong, Grovedale and Ocean Grove. Quality equipment for hire and sales. What are just some of the numbers you're keeping an eye on this afternoon, please, Dallo?
Got some contest and clearance numbers, some tackles. So clearances +1 in Geelong West's favour. I think hit-outs are in favour of Grovedale, but Geelong West quite strong around the ball and being able to get first hands on and move it forward, so therefore contested possessions are in their favour as well. Tackles fairly even across the board. Geelong West just in that quarter gained some ascendancy in the inside 50 count. They're now +4 for the half. Grovedale control the marks. They're +4 in marks for the half.
Fantastic. Good work by you. I appreciate that. Matt Dowling, just keeping an eye on some stats for our friends at Kerrs Hire. It's half-time. Thanks to Blackman's Brewery, the ultimate half-time beer made in Geelong. We'll take a break, come back, and we'll be back with the second half of action with Geelong West leading by 7 points. 6-5-41, playing 5-4-34. Grovedale with some work to do in the second half here at West Oval. Back shortly. Thanks to Blackman's. We're at half-time, the ultimate half-time beer made right here in Geelong. And the all-new tradie Jaffle only at APCO Cafe 24/7. Live, breathe, carrot footy.
Tom, Lee and Lottie, Geelong's favourite way to wake up.
Jen's in Geelong. Morning, Jen.
I'm a nanny, so I was nannying for a family and they wanted me to work for a barbecue. And it was like Joel Salwood, Tom Hawkins. It was like the Cats Players list. Yeah. I'm not a football person, so I actually spent half the barbecue actually not knowing who they were. And then one of the caterers told me, what an amazing guest list. I'm like, who are these people? So I was actually like looking after all their children.
Why wasn't I invited?
No, you were there, Lingy. She just doesn't know who you are.
New year, same gear. Lads Geelong and the Surf Coast's favourite brekkie team, Tom, Lingy and Lockie on K-Rock 955. Visit one of Mimosa Homes' 50 displays across Melbourne and Geelong.
Have you had a car accident and needing it repaired now? With Sheen Panel Service, you don't need to wait, Geelong. We will pick up and drop off your car. We will provide an accident replacement vehicle. We will even pay up to $750 off your insurance excess. Sheen will also offer a lifetime guarantee on all repairs. Get your car fixed now and conveniently with Sheen Panel Service. T's and C's apply. Visit sheengroup.com.au or call 1300 249 755.
Since a bloke named Bill started cutting timber in a mill back in 1980, Barwon Timber's been the builder's best mate ever since. Whether you stick framing or need prefab frames and trusses, Barwon Timber's got what you need for every building stage. Geelong owned and operated with trade quality products in stock, ready to go. Barwon Timber, Fellmongers Road, Breakwater. The team that builders just keep coming back for.
I'm going down to Barwon Timber.
Time to take a look at the stats for the game so far. Thanks to Kerrs Hire, we have Bruce.
Oh, yes. Well, we've got some exciting weekends ahead, that's for sure. They've got the range, the quality, a strong team. In fact, did you know they've clocked up over 40 years in Geelong?
The Cats. They've been around a bit more than that, Bruce.
Oh, no. Kerrs Hire.
What about the stats for the game?
Well, statistically, I shouldn't even be here. I've got a patio to pay.
Kerrs Hire, North Geelong, Grovedale and Ocean Grove. KerrsHire.com.au.
Get a good night's sleep with Harvey Norman, Corio and Warn Ponds. Quality mattresses by Tempur, Sealy Posturepedic, Sleepmaker and King Coil by A.H. Beard with major savings. Queen size from a low $499. Adjustable bed bases, bed frames, kids' bedroom furniture, bunk beds and storage pieces. Customizable Australian-made bedroom furniture to suit your space and style. Luxurious pillows, quilt covers, sheet sets and more. Get behind the Cats this season with your locally owned and operated Harvey Norman, Corio and Warn Ponds.
Here's another powerful reason to choose Tyre Power. At Tyre Power, you deal with owners who are proudly independent. We're not just tyre experts. Tyres are our life and livelihood. And because many Tyre Power owners are part of your local community, you can trust our family to look after yours. Visit tyrepower.com.au or call 13 21 91 for your local independent owner.
Thanks to our number one ticket holder, Adco. Fueled by Adco Cafe 24/7.
Halftime, thanks to Blackman's Brewery, the ultimate halftime beer made right here in Geelong. King is feeding his Zambrero as we speak at halftime. In the expert share, thanks to the Sporting Globe. The Sporting Globe Geelong Eat, Drink, Sport, Dallo. The head-to-head this afternoon, thanks to Breakwater Meadowland Steel Projects made easy. I think we had a couple, didn't we?
We had two. We have Horniblow versus Campy, so be interesting to see how that one plays out with Campy being off with an injury at the moment, but Horniblow obviously dominant in that department as we stand at half-time. He's had 6 marks, he's kicked 4 goals, so he's well and truly on top. And then it was Ryan Abbott and Ned Dyker in the ruck battle. Added Joe McCarthy in there as well, so it's sort of an Abbott/McCarthy v Dyker, and I'll say at the moment that Grovedale ruck combination are on top in terms of hit-outs and in and around those contests.
All right, we'll keep an update on those after the game. Head-to-head, thanks to Breakwater Meadowland Steel Projects made easy. Lockie Horniblow has kicked 4 goals this afternoon. Tom Gillett 3 for Grovedale, so it's a bit of a shootout between the forwards as well. We'll keep an eye on some of those matchups. Thanks to Wombat Gully Plant Farm, over 1,500 different species of plants to choose from, especially if Brady Campy does not reappear.
It's back out there at the moment, I can see, as Grovey warm up.
Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that. Birchie will keep an eye on that as well. St John got injury updates this afternoon. And Brady Campy coming off in the late stages of that second term with what we think might have been a groin injury. Both teams back out on the ground. And the umpire's out as well. 6-5-41 the Giants. They lead Grovedale 5-4-34 by 7 points. We are getting close to, well, about halfway through the last term at the showgrounds, Kingy, and it's pretty tight there again, isn't it? It's pretty tight. It's the Suns 85, the Giants 81. So It is, it's goal for goal there. The Giants kicked a couple to get in front, but the Suns have kicked one to get back up in front at the moment, and we have played 15 minutes in the final term at the Showgrounds. It's the Suns 85, the Giants 81, and in the other game that has just started, the Bulldogs in 19, they lead Richmond 3 at Marvel Stadium.
I'll turn myself on. Mick Leamer's just joined us after his incredible comeback yesterday for Geelong West. How are you, Mick?
Good, King. How are you?
Good. 3 goals. Like you'd never been out of the game.
Doesn't feel like it now, though.
Disappointing. Couldn't get the 4 points in the end.
Bit disappointing, but the boys fought all the way to the end and it ended up being a really good game. So,
what made you want to come back?
Never wanted to leave in the first place. So,
busy with work?
Kids, work was part of it.
Yep.
But got the itch after playing the Twos game last week and, straight back in. So
nice. There was a bit going on yesterday too, I hear. Obviously, Josh Viney playing with Inverleigh. There was a bit of banter, I believe, from the crowd.
Yeah, there was. It was all from the start of the game. We had a plan to get into him to try and get in his head. So didn't really work because he ended up kicking the sealer. So, yeah.
All right. Corey Lima. Where does he fit into the Lima family?
Younger brother.
Right.
Yes. So
must be proud.
We are very proud. Good to see him play some senior games in the GFL. So tried getting him across to the GDFL, but he wanted to follow the GFL program. So
he's not out of his depth here. We're going to call the third quarter. Thanks for dropping by. Really appreciate it. And great to see you back playing, Mick.
Thanks very much, Kingy.
Mick Lima, one of the greats of local footy. Great to see him back joining us here on K-Rock Footy and having a kick with the GD Giants. He's going to go enjoy watch his younger brother run around this afternoon here in the second half with the margin at 7 points, 6-5-41, 5-4-34.
So the Giants are in their positions. The Tigers, they've taken their time all afternoon. They were laid out at the huddle at the start of the game. They're laid out the third term. The Brown Scouts running through the middle.
And we don't. These are the days we don't want to be late.
Yeah, no. I want to be home pretty early today, please. Come on.
Kingy, Brady Campy's made his way to the bench. He is definitely looking hampered by that suspected groin injury. Looked pretty dejected trying to do the warm-up. So he's going to be doubtful, and they're probably just going to use him if they absolutely had to.
Yeah, he's gone to the back of the, well, not the back of the bench because there is no back of the benches here, but he's gone to the bench.
He's got his jacket in hand. Yeah. So I reckon he's done.
That's a blow for Brady Campy.
Is the one that they've gone with the matchup on Lockie Horniblow then in Campy's absence.
Third quarter action underway. Thank you for that, both Birchie and Dowlow, and we're going with Bowen Timber third quarter. Here's Jackson.
And the ball has come towards centre wing from the ruck contest. It comes out the back and now over the top to Little, but it was chopped off by Chute, who gets a kick for Grovedale inside forward 50. Good mark by Nyack. Oh, be careful. Tidak going back. He's already done. He doesn't want to do another one. He just slipped at the crucial stage there, but he took a good mark in defensive 50 for Geelong West. He drives it. You can see holding up in that breeze. Abbott with a big thump away close to the boundary line, and boundary umpire with a bit of work to do in front of the best seats in the house thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. We're going to have a boundary throw in.
Goddings bringing us the ground report, Birchie. Is there any discernible advantage with that breeze, or is it just straight across the ground?
It is across the ground, but you can see those kicks holding up a little bit, so potentially those shots on goal can be more difficult at that northern end.
Thank you for that. Dyker grabbed it out of the ruck and then pumped it forward, but it's going to end up okay maybe, although in the end Martin left the footy behind. He and Jardine got in each other's way. Taylor outside of the right boot. Smart kick for the Giants. Back towards half forward. Jeffrey in front couldn't take the mark. So we get a handball on the bounce through traffic. Shoot. Did okay. Forward to a voice and then a kick around the corner with smart play. Jardine's kick though just through the hands of Quinn, and we will get a boundary throw in.
That's a change too. Quinn up forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Nyack has got Quinn for the moment. And Moore still with the job for Wombat Gully Plant Farm on Tommy Gillett. Abbott and Dyker again. Abbott just grabbed it out of the ruck. Had his kick partially smothered on the way through, so no mark will be paid. But Quinn nicely on the half volley. Turned and snapped a ball across his body. And Stephen standing under the high ball. Took a good mark on the chest. Outpointed Harvey, judged it nicely. That's a Hamlin hanger contender from Tommy Stephen, and he'll go back. And they need this one just to cut the margin back to a point. You've got a sneaking suspicion, Dowlow, that this one's not going to blow out either way.
No, absolutely. I think it's been a really tight contest already, and I think that it will continue to be over this second half. But you just touched on Rory Quinn, who had been a change and gone forward. The pickup was so clean in front of us, and his ability to snap it on his left foot and found Stephen within a bit of space and took a great mark as well.
35 out, directly in front. Stephen kicks through it, but might have pulled it to the left. Has missed opportunity there for the Tigers, who can move to 5-5-35. Geelong West 6-5-41, third quarter. K-Rock Bowen Timber scoreboard. Geelong are owned and operated, Jace, building better since 1980.
They certainly have. They certainly are. Codd plays on from fullback short to the back pocket. Lockie Handley takes the mark. So Rory Quinn stands on the mark as he's going to be called to play on. He does, comes down the line towards half back. Big pack there, and that was nobody else's but Nick Howes forever. He took the mark and then he chips the ball short. Walker takes it.
Charlie Hall's just got up a little bit sore, Birchie for West.
Goes towards Gillett. That goes up. Nearly Falcons him. Goes to the back. Stevens. Can he fix it? No, he can't this time. That's actually at the sale yards, I think. And he's put that way out of bounds on the full. And Codd will take the resultant free kick for the Giants. So a couple of opportunities for Tommy Stephen in this first 3 minutes in the third term.
Codd across the face of his defensive goal into the right back pocket, almost under the scoreboard. Well, actually basically under where the old scoreboard used to be, but kicks it past the new scoreboard in the right back pocket and sends it looking for a marking target, and standing up and taking the mark was a Pape Stelmer. He missed the target with the handball. Going back to try and find it is Bailey Harvey. Did okay. Back edge of the centre square, Harvey to a one-on-one. Madalena being held onto by Martin. He'll get a free kick. Umpire saw it. And Madalena, the Torquay recruit, sends it inside forward 50. Alan Flew. There's going to be a free kick, is there? Going which way?
Who would
Plays
know?
are stopped. It's going to Harrison White, who has taken it and sends it wide to left half back, and they'll look to build. Kick back to the middle. Ford the target. It's a well-weighted ball too, and Ford has got the footy. And next kick's important. Howe's been busy. He marks at the back edge of the centre wicket area. Now, coming off the bench, I reckon Cummins has taken that mark, and he'll turn and kick towards half forward. Walker is his target, and Walker marks and then just cops a late one for his efforts from Riley Moore. He'll swing onto his right boot. In fact, there's a free kick for a hold down the ground, and it's against McCarthy. Angus Codd's been pinged. Gillett's gone in to tell him all about it. Did Codd and Gillett spend some time at the Falcons together, Dowlo? Would they have crossed paths?
I think they...
Yeah, they would have, I think, yeah.
So, Joe McCarthy, a chance to kick his second and pull the mark, well, actually, erase the deficit and tie scores up. 5 minutes into this third quarter on the Barwon Foods time clock. Talking about scores, the Giants now lead the Suns by 8. 20 out, directly in front, and no mistake there from Joe McCarthy, who then goes to Angus Codd, gives him a little bump and says, I kicked it. 10 goals for the season for the young big man, playing just game 17 of his career. 2 on the board this afternoon, and we are all locked up 6-5 apiece. Barwon Timber, third quarter scoreboard. Geelong owned and operated and building better since 1980. Grovey making a move early in this third quarter, Dowlo.
Yeah, they are. I think both sides will want to be trying to play the ball out the far side of the ground with the wind blowing directly into us in the K-Rock van. The more time they can spend on the other side of the ground, the easier it is for them to be going to be able to score. And you could hear the coaches from Geelong West in front of us say, try to get it out the other side when exiting their defensive 50.
Abbott gets it down in the middle, goes towards centre wing, and Taylor again with a tackle. Had some support there from O'Keefe as well, and Harrison White was on the bottom of that as well for Grovedale. And they hand the ball back to the umpire. So forward to the centre circle for the Giants. Abbott's handball out towards White. To sit and wait for it. And he got the handball further afield. Goes towards Stephen. He's wrapped up. Oh, he gets slung to the ground and probably should take a free kick and will. And Tommy Stephen will take it on centre wing on the outer side for Grovedale.
So Tommy Stevens had a couple of opportunities in front of goal. One that he kicked to behind, one that he kicked out on the full. Can't miss him in those fluoro green boots. Swings onto his right boot, sends it into the air, looking for a marking target, won't find one. Although Dyker and Nyack spoiled each other for the Giants. Kelly, or rather Harvey, had his kick smothered out of the pack handball. It might have been Howe. Kick around the corner. Quinn, that's a wonderful finish. Left foot snap, and the skipper's got one, and they take back the lead. Or was it Lee Ellis, was it? Sorry. Tight in the pocket, it was Lee Ellis, who has kicked the goal. Nice finish. And the margin is now 6 points to the good of the Tigers. I just saw the flowing hair out the corner of my eye. They've both got really good Yogi Bear. 7-5-47 Grovedale. Geelong West 6-5-41. 7.5 minutes played third quarter action. Thanks to Barwon Timber. Geelong owned and operated and building better since 1980.
There was some really good forward 50 pressure there from Grovedale. The ball came in long from Stephen, and they were able to bring it to ground, Geelong West, and then the smother came from Grovedale and then followed up, got some good balance at the fall of the contest and finished in front of goal.
Here they go again. Harrison White through the middle, right foot kick, long towards the top of the square, goal square, mark taken! K-Rock's own goes back and takes the mark. The two prong up there, him and McCarthy. Tom Gillett has taken it and will shoot for goal from 8 metres out, 45-degree angle for his fourth.
That's the easiest way to do it, Dowler, isn't it? Just get out of the middle and pump it long.
Absolutely. It just shows how valuable that is to be able to have rucks and then that streaming through the middle, being able to drive it long to the goal square with the starting positions, and Gillett took a really nice mark.
Going to roll around on the J curve. Stevie J Style comes around in the left forward pocket and kicks the goal. His fourth of the afternoon for Tom Gillett. And they get a little buffer now, Grovedale. 8-5-53. They lead Geelong West 6-5-41. Barwon Timber, K-Rock. Third quarter scoreboard. Geelong owned and operated. Building better since 1980. That's Barwon Timber.
Just looking at the replay there, how that play started to get the ball to Gillett. It was White that came off the half-back. He came streaming off the half-back line, and Ford, who had been out to hold his position as the sweeper, got the ball back from the ruck and then gave it to White, who came streaming forward and drove it long, who Gillett was in a 1v1 at the top of the goal square. Beautiful play from Grovedale.
He's got a sneaking suspicion the scoring end is the southern end.
Absolutely.
And West will have it in the last quarter, but they don't want to give themselves too much work to do.
Well, they've cleared out all their 50 as well in terms of they're playing really high attacking halfbacks here, Grovedale, streaming in, which says something about the wind as well.
Abbott, the tap down, beautifully rowed by Chute, and they go inside forward 50 again. McCarthy on a searching lead, takes it on the chest. He worked well up to the footy, wants to turn and quickly get on with it. Gillett, his target, a one-on-one with Moore. Gillett used the body beautifully and took the mark.
Oh, how's Joe McCarthy's kick? The ruckman these days, Dyker and him, they kick the ball like a midfielder.
They do, and I think that, like, look at they're big, tall lads, but they've grown up playing footy. They're fairly athletic, like they're not big, massive rucks in terms of their body size.
Yeah.
They're quite athletic builds, and that just helps in terms of the fundamentals of the kicking.
Tommy Gillett for a handful in his first game of the season. So important to the fortunes of the Tigers. 20 out, directly in front, no problem. He's got 5. And all of a sudden, he's winning the battle of the big men up forward. He goes past Horniblow, who kicked 4 in the first half, but has not sighted the Sherrin in this third quarter. Thanks to Barwon Timber, Geelong owned and operated and building better since 1980. Tommy's putting themselves in Leopold's sporty sort of schematic arrangement. 9-5-59, 6-5-41, 18 points the margin is the biggest of the afternoon.
They've dominated clearance early in this third term. Grovedale is 3-0, and you can just see when they get the ball in the launch pad, that sort of 50 to 70 out from goal, they're just looking to wheel and go and get it in long and deep and capitalise on this breeze.
Back in the middle, Abbott gets it down again. Ford runs off half back again. Straight lines it and gets the handball out towards centre wing. They get the kick around the corner, and it might be okay for Grovedale. Close to the boundary line. Little comes in to help out. There's a 2-on-1. He got there in front of Walker, and it will be a ball up, 50 out from the Grovedale goal.
Haven't won here since 2018, Grovedale, by the way.
Ball up, and Abbott tried to take it out of the ruck contest. Handball forward of the ball was okay, and they went to Cooper Frost for Geelong West. Still on centre wing now. Grovedale with the numbers. Cummins, just got the handball away under pressure. Back inside, handball came from Ford got slapped across the head, and will take a free kick from the mustachioed Max Kelly, and Will Ford will take it in the middle of West Oval.
Sends it wide, Will Jeffrey. If it sits up, he'll be in business. He's a left footer. He'll like it, but just rolled away from him and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Just the execution of the skill lacking there for Billy Ford. He'll come to the boundary and have a bit of a spell during this third quarter. That's gone 12 minutes on the Barwon Foods time clock. Sells the freshest fish direct to you. There's Barwon Foods, Donga Road in North Geelong, chosen by all the best restaurants in Geelong. And freshly shucked oysters are something to behold. Abbott tried to get it back into the corridor, but only found Lockie Taylor of the Giants, and he's held up at the point of the square at left half forward, where we'll get a ball up. Wouldn't want to let this get too far away from them, Geelong West. Abbott just removed Allen from the ruck contest, won the palm down. Ball almost rolled back to him after there was a bit going on off the footy. Max Kelly and Shoot getting to know each other a little bit better. Lockie Taylor at the bottom of that pack, and we will do it all again. 59 playing 41, Grovedale with an 18-point buffer.
So Abbott against Allen. Abbott, big thump away, gains 40 metres, puts it inside forward 50. Ball spills free. Jardine, Shoot to run onto it, gets tackled as he gets his kick away. Might have helped in the end, goes to the square again, punched away. Nyack pushed it through for a rush behind. Handy point. And it is now 9-6-60 Grovedale. They lead Geelong West 6-5-41. And that's on the Bowen Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard. We've played 13 and a half minutes on the Bowen Foods time clock, and we're going to have the kicking in duties again from Lockie Handley for the Giants. Wants to come, well, he's going to go straight down the middle. He's just chipped the ball as okay to Cod. He's going to come outside. Oh, dangerous kick to Moore. Just got there in time. Right in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7.
Well, that ball came directly towards us, and that swung more than Terry Alderman could get on an overcast English afternoon. Moore, kick to the wing. Allen's going to have to come with a run. Abbott stood tall, took the mark. Noah Allen complaining about the mark being paid. The umpire's not changing his mind. Umpiring's been fairly solid, you would say, this afternoon. Abbott from a standing start. Kick to a one-on-one. McCarthy in a wrestle with Cod. Went with the left hand, couldn't take the mark. Davis comes crashing through. McCarthy just trying to control the footy. Not sure what he was trying to do. Would have been better to knock it on. Now he's pulled it in, he and Davis, and umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. Well, that's when you pull it in, really. That's when you should be being penalised, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
We get
dangerous the second time then.
So Wispy Davis there. Very Harry Cash in that hairstyle.
Looks like Andrew Leake from Winch.
He does look like that's a very good shout. I don't think it ended well hair-wise for Leake. He did it.
No.
Here's Davis going through his, Quinn going through his legs. He's not struggling in the hair department. Handball over the top. Oh no, on the goal line. Gillett's going to come up with a footy, but Moore laid a good tackle, and Nyack ran it through for a rush behind. Oh, that was nearly calamity.
Oh, yes.
Oh. 20 is the margin, 9-7-61, playing 6-5-41. A rush behind, but right now, Geelong West are well and truly on the back foot.
Nyack kicks it in to Riley Moore in the back pocket on the outer side in front of the scoreboard for the West, who are just a little bit stagnant in front of the ball now. He goes short again. K-Rock zone. Max Kelly runs outside. Defensive 50, goes towards centre wing. They turn the ball over way too easily, and Bailey McDonald takes the mark for Grovedale. He turns the ball over the other way. Max Kelly gets it again, goes in the middle. It's okay, better this time. Madalena's got it. Right in the middle of West Oval. 50. Moved off the mark. Somebody ran in the protected area, and Oliver Madalena's going to come down and have a set shot for goal, so this is going to be a bit of an out for the Giants.
Yeah, that is a big out for them. Grovedale had defended really well, and they'd held them up. And you mentioned in your call, Jason, they were just a bit stagnant. Geelong West forward of the ball. A 50-metre obviously helps them progress their way down the field.
So Oliver Madalena is going to kick from 30 out directly in front for a much-needed goal for the Giants. He comes in and kicks the goal. So he's first of the afternoon, and the 7th for the Giants. 7-5-47. Bridge the gap, 9-7-61 Grovedale. Bowen Timber, K-Rock. Third quarter scoreboard in the experts chair. Thanks to the Sporting Globe. Here's Dowlow.
Those ones are killers there for Grovedale. They just had them at bay. They were putting some real pressure on them from repeat inside 50 entries. They'd squeeze the ground. They were turning the ball over and getting it back inside, and their forwards were getting to work really, really well. That goal just allows them to bridge the gap, squeeze it in, and now get them a bit of confidence moving forward for the rest of the quarter.
7-5-47, 9-7-61, and it looks like the Giants are going to beat the Suns. 34 minutes almost played there at Sydney Showgrounds. 106.93 out of the middle. Nice release. Ellis, kick of McCarthy was smothered. A roll inside forward 50. Stelmer attacked it nicely through traffic. Jams it on his right boot. Kick was smothered. Going to fall for Ford. They're going to go back inside 50. The Tigers. A spinning ball. 25 out from goal. Quinn underneath it. Juggled it on the chest. Hanley just had to find some body and didn't. And Rory Quinn judged it nicely back with the flight. Ford's wanting it back in the corridor, and Rory Quinn says to his co-skipper, I'm just going to take the opportunity here, a little bit of breeze into the air. You'd have to think it's got to be left-hand goalpost, at least, with this easterly breeze. To restore that 20-point buffer, Quinn from 45 metres sends it on its way. He's hit that beautifully. That's a lovely finish. A Metricon goal of the day contender from the Grovedale Tigers co-captain, and they're back out by 20. Third quarter, K-Rock Bowen Timber scoreboard, 10-7, 67, plays 7-5. 47 on a what is now chilly afternoon here at West Oval.
I'll be happy to grab that one back, Grovedale. That was a beautiful kick from Rory Quinn, but it just came from the stoppage as well. The Rucks found body straight away, and McCarthy was able to tap it back, or tap it forward, towards their goals, and then Will Ford just came streaming through. It's 5-1 in the clearances this quarter. Grovedale really on top of that area, and that shows in the scoreboard how they've been able to get good looks in front of goal.
106.99 at Sydney Showground.
Back in the middle, Dyker got it down Little, got the kick away, high kick 2 to half forward for Geelong West. Allen in front, couldn't take the mark. McCarthy's handball was okay. Oh, off a step, Cummins goes with a kick towards half forward. Walker stood his ground, couldn't take the mark. Coming the other way, Dwyer for Geelong West. Goes out wide with the kick. Oh, in front, good mark, Harrison White. Takes it at half back for Grovedale and settles the play down for the Tigers.
Just wasn't shifted under the footy, playing in front. Drives a kick towards the outer wing, and coming up and meeting it is Liam Jardine, the Kerrang recruit. Fires off a handball to White, running past, ran out of room, but he got a handball forward in traffic. A chance to kick inside 50, Tommy Stephen, but judging it best off the boot, Bailey Harvey. Gets back, takes the mark, wants to play on quickly. Laterally he goes to Daniel Cole. First game since round 17, 2023. Sends it beyond defensive 50, a long ball. Madalena tried to use the body on Martin. Martin did well, found it at the front of the pack. Shoot, quick release. Chance here in traffic, handball release. That might be a throw against Cummins. Umpire said play on. West want a free kick. It's not coming. Walker didn't take possession. He's knocked it forward, but he knocked it straight to Stelmer, who then kicks back to the wing. Ball brought to ground, front of the pack. It's well done by Shaw, but Martin's there for the Tigers. He'll put his head over it and then have it knocked from his grasp. Kaya drives in, knocked away by Madalena. McCarthy picked up the foot. He was almost dacked as well by Shaw in the tackle. A bit going on off the ball. Going at it, Parnell and also Kaya, but we'll get a ball up. True centre wing, broadcast side. Time on upon us as we tick towards 20 minutes played on the Barn Foods time clock. 67 plays 47.
McCarthy got it down. Big pack around the ball. Dyker went in there to try and fetch it out. Ford did. Got it towards Jardine. He had it and lost it. Giants working hard in the pack as well. The umpire will come in and ball it up again on centre wing. So starting to cloud over here at West Oval. In this third term, Dyker and McCarthy got it down. Roved on the outside by Taylor. Gets a left foot scrambling kick towards half forward. Couldn't take the ball over the top. Was threw it out, Madalena. And the umpire didn't see it. The umpire said play on. It goes towards full forward. Allen comes out. He can't take it. Comes back towards centre half forward. Shoot. Oh, Little did well. Handball back in board. They shuffle the handball out, but it's all Grovedale there. If they can pick the footy up, Davis is in there. He can't do so. Taylor as well. And it will be a ball up. But just inside the centre square. At centre wing.
16-10, 14-15. The Giants win. And they're out of the top 8, the Suns.
Oh, no. Ball up here. McCarthy got it down. Sits towards Alice. Through the middle. They go. Howe gets it towards centre half forward. Goes past a number of players. Handball was pretty slick in the middle for Lockie Hanlon. He did beautifully. Got it on the up to Smigowski, who then just turned the ball over. And that was a terrible kick, and Jeffrey took it inside defensive 50.
Will Jeffrey with that heavily strapped left leg, kicks on his right. It's picked up nicely by Schultz, jams it on the boot towards half forward, attacked by Walker, releases a handball back, heard a voice, it was Quinn, and the co-captain puts it inside 50, Gillett, Moore stood tall, one-on-one, used the body nicely, took the mark, and then wants to go laterally with a kick for Tidit Nyack, who marks, hits him in stride, he dinks a kick over the top and onto the chest of Madalena. He sends it along the wing, well-weighted ball, that's okay for Harvey, and the former Lara Cat has got it. He's got to be called to play on now. He's come off his mark, and now he's called to play on. Oh, and then he slipped over and then crunched, brought to ground. But a tackle by Ellis, who didn't go and get the footy. He just let his teammate take it, kick inside forward 50, and it'll roll out of bounds. I've never seen that before. Lee Ellis was waiting for a free kick that never came, and so he just took his frustration out on Bailey Harvey. Right forward pocket, boundary throw in. 10-7, 67, 7-5, 47, and poor Bailey Harvey, the old traction wasn't there for him, the poor bugger.
A boundary throw in, Dyker, Abbott pushes him off the footy and gets the ball over the back. Oh, a couple of Giants come in and they raffle the footy. Lockie Taylor then got wrapped up by Jardine and got ripped off the footy, and he will take the free kick inside defensive 50 for the Giants. It's got Harvey short. Oh, geez, he goes in that direction, and it's 50, I think.
It is.
It is. It's going to come back to Bailey Harvey, and he's going to come down towards half forward for the Giant. Or in fact, it's going to be Lockie Taylor. So he's going to have it point of the centre square at half forward. Plays on. He goes across centre half forward with the kick. It's good. And taking the mark there is Parnell. Off a step. Top of the square. Looks for Horny blow. Got a number against him. McCarthy was one of them. McHugh was the other. Handball. On the out, Grovedale might be okay. They are. They find Walker, who gets the kick over the top. Had to be good. It wasn't. Was their second effort was pretty good, though. And that came from Jeffrey. He goes towards half forward. It's an open half forward for Grovedale. Nyack gets back there first for the Giants. He's going to be able to track it. He's got a couple against him. Can he get away from Gillett? He can. He gets the handball away. Oh, then they drop the footy. Quinn puts some pressure on. Handball over the top to Walker. Can they make them pay? 45 out. Open goal square across the face of goal. Abbott's not going to get there. And probably a good result for the Tigers. It's out of bounds for a boundary thrown in the right forward pocket.
It was really good defending back there. Lockie Taylor was probably just too slow. He found the hit-up kick rather than just getting it to the top of the goal square where he had Horny blow in a one-on-one before the numbers for Grovey were able to get back. Then they got back and they were able to progress the ball up the ground on the quick turnover.
So right forward pocket, Tigers in attack. Would love another one before three-quarter time. Barging his way through. Davis left the footy behind. Chance out of the pack. Quick snap. Who was at the bottom of all that? It might have been Lee Ellis. It was. And a minor score. Margin is 21, which is the biggest of the afternoon as we approach three-quarter time. 24 and a bit played. Tigers at 10-8-68. Geelong West 7-5-47. Third quarter, K-Rock Bowen Timber scoreboard.
So Handley plays on from full-back, comes broadcast side, looks for Dyker. The big man goes up. Allen taps away from him. That's his teammate, not his opponent. And probably should have shielded him better, actually, and Dyker would have been able to take the mark. But there's going to be a ball up at right half forward for the Tigers, right in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Dyker and McCarthy to do the ruck work for their respectives. McCarthy push, hold, said the umpire. And it's going to go to Dyker. Handballs it away to Taylor. Davis bears down on him. He gets the handball away to Harvey. Point of the centre square at half back. Goes towards centre half forward for the Giants. Needs a mark. Oh, gets a mark, but Harrison White it is who takes it for Grovedale. Switches the ball in the middle. They're moving now, the Tigers. They get it to Quinn. He goes off a step long towards Gillett, who goes up. Can't take the mark. More at the back. Going to be under pressure from Abbott. Which way is he going to go? He's going to go right. Gets the kick around the corner. Oh, it had to be a spearing pass. It was. It was dropped by his teammate. Nyack came in. He missed the football as well. Stephen gets the handball away to Walker for Grovedale. Can Walker finish it? Right foot kick across the face of goal into the pocket. Great mark. Great mark in the corner. And that came from Bailey McDonald. So Grovedale keeping the pressure on, and Bailey McDonald's got it in the right forward pocket.
The pressure was really on there from Grovedale. They were able to just press them into that pocket and then turn over and use their composure to find some hands, and then found the mark.
Goes to go with the check side, Bailey McDonald, and he's missed it to the far side and through for one behind. So they go to 10-9-69 now, Grovedale. They lead Geelong West 7-5-47. Bowen Timber K-Rock, third quarter scoreboard. 26 minutes played on the Bowen Foods time clock.
Lockie Hanley with the kick-in duties. How much they'd love to have David out there at the moment. With an update on where he's at from Greg Mellor post-game. Lockie Hanley runs his full measure, a high ball, best seats in the house. He kicks it towards thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Noah Allen couldn't mark, front of the pack. Howe was being held on to. Umpire didn't see it that way. Ball at the top of the 50-metre arc. We'll get a ball up. Umpire Penning says, give it to me. I'll put it into the air. 10-9-69, 7-5-47. Geez, I wouldn't want to be too much further behind, despite kicking with the aid of the a very slight breeze in the last quarter. Geelong West. McCarthy won the tap down. Howe's been good this afternoon. It's been knocked from his grasp. Umpire said play on. Allen took on the tackle. Umpire said give it to me at the point of the square right half forward. We'll do it all again. Grovedale happy with this for the moment. So they hold a 22-point buffer. Dyker and McCarthy. Gee, if these two go at it for years in the ruck, you'd be happy with that. Dyker the tap down, but Ford, the wonderful bit of roving, then a long ball, top of the square. Gillett or Abbott, spoiled Nyack, off the hands of the pack. Quinn had a fresh airy, and then had another go, and snapped a goal. He threw the left boot at it and missed, but the ball sat up for him, bounced back into his waiting arms. Quick snap and a goal. He's got two now. Has Rory Quinn. That move forward has proven worthwhile from Jacob Spalding. And on the third quarter, K-Rock Bowen Timber scoreboard, the margin is 28. Grovedale 11-9-75. West 7-5-47 as we approach 28 minutes played in the third.
Again, just the long driving ball to the top of the goal square, and Quinn went with the karate-style left foot and then gathered it in his hand and kicked it on his right foot. So it was a very, very nice finish and a well-needed goal for Grovedale to extend their lead.
He just couldn't get that left boot anywhere near it. He was in a different postcode.
Back to the middle. Allen in the ruck for the Giants. Abbott gets it down. Rove, though, by Kelly for Geelong West. Ball spills free. Hold, said the umpire. K-Rock Zone's going to take it in the middle.
I reckon they need a goal, West.
Needs to get rid of that Mustaka too. Terrible, Max. Terrible. Kelly now. Back end goes with a long kick inside 50. Needs a mark. And they go up. Nobody can take the mark. Falls to the side of the pack. Little. De Goldie's there as well. Ball spills free. Forward. Free kick. Hold. Free kick to Geelong West. Josh De Goldie can't believe it. And the ball's going to come back to Smigowski.
Bulldogs 47, Richmond 9.
Oh, God.
Geelong got to play him twice in the run to September.
That's a beautiful thing. Smigowski has got the ball. 55 from goal. Going to be tough to get it from there. He gets on the runway and gives it as much as he can. And with that, he kicks it across towards Ryan Abbott, really. It was there with a double fister.
Oh, Mick Schultz style.
Oh,
Mick will be here. We're loving that.
Will be. And they go to 7-7-49 now, Geelong West. They trail Grovedale 11-9-75. Bowen Timber K-Rock, third quarter scoreboard.
White runs from his defensive goal square and drives a kick towards right half back. It's off the hands of Codd. Back of the pack, Nyack, non-preferred left. Didn't get it bent across the boot the way he wanted, and he's put it out on the full. So a late opportunity here. Well, based on the fact that we've had 6 goals in this quarter might go the best part of 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Long ball to half forward. Gillett the target. Got it worked underneath it by Stelmer. Stephen tried to knock it to his own advantage for the Tigers, but for the Giants, there's a chance here. Well, the handball of Allen was left behind by Nyack. Door opens up here. Kick around the corner wasn't too bad from Stephen, but Harvey was able to pounce on it and send a kick very wide. And diving down low, the mark taken by the youngster in Frost. He gives a handball off and a kick inside 50. Parnell, here's an opportunity for the Giants.
He's at left half forward. He's going to line it up and go long. He has missed it to the near side, so no trouble with the distance. Just a question of accuracy there, and he's kicked one behind. So 7-7-49 now the Giants. Grovedale 11-9-75. Bowen Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard. Quick kick in by Harrison White into the back pocket. They go along the boundary line. Shoot takes the mark. He chips the ball back over the top to the goal. He had to sit and wait just enough outside 50. Chips the ball towards forward. It's touch though. And going the other way, Quinn tries to tap it on. Dangerous. Ball spills to Quinn again. He's got on a bit of a string, Rory Quinn at the moment. Gets it out wide and they just settle the play down on centre wing. And it's going to take their time now, Grovedale. They know they're in the last stretches. They go towards Quinn again, who goes up, takes a very good mark in front of the best seats in the house thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Plays on quickly towards full forward. McCarthy comes out and takes the mark. And just waited long enough, kept Riley Moore from getting in front of him, and then just created a bit of space for himself and took the grab and will shoot for goal for his third of the afternoon.
Yeah, he did. He put it into a really nice spot as well, and they just didn't blaze away. It's probably the difference to the last 2 inside 50 entries from Geelong West. One where Horny Blow led to the pocket where he didn't need to and should have just stayed in the goal square, and then the next time he was in the goal square and they had others in there as well, and they just blazed away and had a rush shot on goal that was a behind, and that's just a turnover.
So McCarthy for his third. 30 out 45-degree angle, and he kicks it. The big fella has kicked 3 this afternoon. And the 12th for Grovedale. They go to 12.981. They lead the Geelong West Giants 7.749. Barwon Timber, K-Rock. Third quarter scoreboard. Geelong owned and operated. Building better since 1980.
Again, what's just so helpful for Grovedale is their ability to have these tall timbers down forward that are young and developing footballers. So whether they're kicking to Gillett, who's so strong in the air, they've got McCarthy, who's got really strong body but got a bit of speed about him as well. It just makes the matchups really difficult for the opposition, and they've chopped and changed those a few times between Moore and Nyack, whether they're going to McCarthy or Gillett.
Back in the middle, it looked better with Abbott in the ruck, to be honest. And he wins this tap down, and bursting onto it is Harrison White off half back. Just put it into space, kicks wide, rolling ball, tracking it. Stephen couldn't keep it alive. It rolls out, boundary throwing. You want McCarthy rucking, but right now Abbott is giving them just an absolute silver service out of there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's 9-5 this quarter in terms of clearance, and that's because Abbott's been playing in there. And McCarthy will get his opportunities to develop as a young ruckman, but he's also developing as a forward, which is great for him and the club.
Taylor's quick handball was kick, and then a kick from Dwyer that was smothered, and it rolls back out of bounds. We'll get a boundary throw in, actually. So being paid is out in the full. It might have deflected off a shin or a knee, or below the knee, and as a result, we've got a free kick in the right back pocket. Bailey Harvey has it, but a long way from home. And his team trailing by 32. Harvey, a high ball towards half back. Horniblow has to come up and find the footy. I don't think he's touched it in this third term after a 4-goal first half. Horniblow will get his opportunity in the last quarter. We suspect there's a bit of breeze favouring the southern end of the ground. A kick to the wing. He's kicked it straight to Ryan Abbott, but he's dropped the mark. Taylor ran into trouble, lost the footy, trying to trap it. Here's Kaya. He's brought to ground and not going anywhere at the point of the square at right half forward. These quarters are extremely long. 33 3/4 minutes played. I know we've had 8 goals kicked, but didn't it used to be about a minute per goal?
Yeah, pretty much. Ball up, half forward for West. Abbott gets it down, road by Chute. Got it away by hand, a number of handballs. Cummins gets tackled. Umpire says holding the ball. And it will be a free kick to Lockie Taylor on centre wing for the Giants. Maybe one last chance for a goal in this third term. Called to play on now. Wants a bit of candy. Something's happening down the field. And it's going to be a hold. And it's against Grovedale. And it's against Ryan Abbott, who I think he's just smirking at the umpire. And the free kick
he doesn't say a lot, Ryan.
Going to go to Oliver Madalena. So at centre half forward, about 45 out directly in front. So maybe the goal that they needed before 3/4 time. He's kicked 1 this afternoon. And he shoots the goal directly in front now. He has sprayed that, I think, and through for 1 behind. So they go to 7-8-50 now, the Giants. Grovedale 12-9-81. Barwon Timber third quarter scoreboard.
Harrison White with the footy.
Lights are on too now.
They are. He goes short into the right back pocket to DeGoldie, and then DeGoldie goes short to McDonald, and some of the youngsters linking up there. Just look down and I see Tanner Lewis standing on the bench. How they'd love to have him out there, the Giants. And that is 3/4 time. What a cracking quarter from Grovedale. One of their best of the season. A 7-goal burst. 7 goals to 1 to go from trailing by 7 to leading by 31. But that breeze has got up slightly, and there is going to be a little bit of an advantage, you would suspect, for the Giants in this final term. But they're going to have to use every piece of it if they're going to steal this one out of the fire. 12-9-81, 7-8-50. We'll take a break from here at West Oval on a Sunday afternoon. It's got chilly, I tell you, very, very quickly.
This is my school.
This is my school.
This is my school. This is my school.
This is our stadium.
24/7. Live, breathe.
Got what you need.
We show up and show out, ain't no giving up. We'll take it on the road, we'll bring it back home. Just know that when we go, we're taking it all the way. Hey, hey, yeah. Hey, let's go, let's go. We're gonna take it to the top and let the whole world know. Let's go, let's go. Let's show the whole world what we got. Let's go.
Ingredients. Plus, when you buy a regular or big burrito or bowl, Zambrero donates a meal to someone in need through the Plate for Plate initiative. Feel extra good about every bite. Grab your Zambrero now. Geelong West, Ocean Grove and Torquay. Or order online so you don't miss any of the action. Zambrero. Feel good mix.
At Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds, meet the next generation of computing power. The new Intel Ultra processors. With AI and Windows Copilot, these computers have never been faster or smarter. For technology that's not just ahead of the curve, but bending the curve, talk to Geelong's experts in tech and discover how you can upgrade your world. Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds, proudly bringing you the future of computers, now.
Have you had a car accident and needing it repaired now? With Sheen Panel Service, you don't need to wait, Geelong. We will pick up and drop off your car. We will provide an accident replacement vehicle. We will even pay up to $750 off your insurance excess. Sheen will also offer a lifetime guarantee on all repairs. Get your car fixed now and conveniently with Sheen Panel Service. T's and C's apply. Visit sheengroup.com.au or call 1300 249 755.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
Three-quarter time here at West Oval this afternoon. It's Grovedale 12-981. They lead Geelong West 7-8-50. Tom Gillett leading the way with 5 goals for the Tigers and Joe McCarthy with 3. Lockie Horniblow with 4 goals for Geelong West. But it was all Grovedale in that third term, Dowlo, for the Sporting Globe.
Correct. The only stat that Geelong West were ahead of were in the tackle count, which makes sense. When you don't have the ball, you've got more tackles. So fairly dominant. +8 inside 50s for Grovedale that quarter, +4 clearance, +5 around the contest. So they were dominant. They got good looks. Their forward stood up. McCarthy had a great quarter down forward, got on the end of a few, and Quinn, who went forward, was able to make some impact down there as well. So a little bit to do for Geelong West. They're still in the game, but gee, they're going to have to start quickly and get on the board.
Stats thanks to Kerr's high quality equipment for hire and sales as always. Dallo, it's really about, if Greg Mellor's out there, you know, and you're listening to him, it's really about the breeze is not going to do anything. You've still got to work hard to actually get on the end of them, which is exactly what Grovedale did in that third term.
Yeah, absolutely. And they can't be, whilst Horniblow's kicked 4, they can't be reliant on him just to be the only person that scores. So he'll be telling them to take the game on. That's all they can do. They're not in a position where they've got to try and save any part of the game now with how far they are behind. So it starts at the source. They're going to have to be really careful around the contest in terms of not letting Grovedale rip through, and they've obviously got some dominant rucks, but Dyke has been pretty good, so he's got to stand up, he's got to give them first use, they've got to get their hands on the footy, and then when they do, they've just got to take the game on, switch it out to the open side, overlap, run and carry like they did really well in the first half, and that's going to give their forwards the best chance to get good looks at it with quick ball movement coming in.
I think Birchie's down with Grovedale coach Jacob Spalding. Birchie, down to you.
Yes, Baldo, that move of Rory Quinn up forward, that was a crucial move. He was really lively and provided plenty.
Yeah, he did. He's a great ball user, so we thought if we get the ball into his hands, he might be able to do some damage both on the scoreboard and also hitting up some blokes, so that was able to be an advantage for us in that quarter for sure.
And I thought your leaders really stepped up there. Ford was outstanding in the middle of the clearance work, and then you run off half back, you know, led by players like White. That was really crucial in that first part of the quarter.
Yeah, I put it on him, Jane, to be honest, at half time. We're probably getting outworked in the inside to outside work in the midfield. So the boys were challenged and they responded really well. We were able to hit the scoreboard, but West are a team that will take the game on. They've got nothing to lose, so seeing what happens in half an hour.
30 minutes, good luck.
Thanks, Jane.
Jacob Spalding joining us here. Love the access with the coaches out of the huddles. Final quarter, they will come, Geelong West. Very controlled. Got a quick listen to Greg Mallor. Just no ranting and raving. He's never been that type of coach. But just, obviously, he can improve to 4 and 5. They stay alive into the second half of the year, but 3 and 6 is probably a bridge too far for them to cross if they were to try and sneak a finals berth for the first time. It's a club that haven't played finals since 2008. You've got to go back to.
Really? Wow. Gee, that's a long time, isn't it?
And Grovedale, you've got to go back the best part of a decade. I think 2016 was the last time they played finals when a young kid called Myers went all right in the final series. Final quarter, thanks to Zambrero. It's Feel Good Max. Here's Jace.
Odd in the ruck for Geelong West now against Ryan Abbott. So Greg Mallor has swung a change there. And they're going to have a secondary bounce in the middle. So Abbott gets it down. Max Kelly roves, gives it to hands it to Angus Codd, who wasn't actually handballing. He was standing right next to him. He said, "Here, you have it." And a third bounce in the middle. Third ball up in the middle. Abbott gets it down, rode by Little. He left it behind. Codd was there. Little, second attempt, got the kick up the chimney. Going to go back. Great mark. Going back with a fly to the footy. Will Jeffrey takes it at the back end of half back.
He'll send a kick towards the wing, and it's a well-weighted 1-2. Mark taken by Tyler Cummins, last year's reserve grade best and fairest at Grovedale after crossing from Port Arlington. Kick towards 450 wasn't great. Just held up slightly and read well by Lockie Hanley. If you try and get Hanley up the ground, creating something, he's a good user of the footy, Dowlow.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a nice kick. Can you get him forward of centre and get him involved in delivering the football forward? That might give them a bit of a different look.
Kelly, a kick inside forward 50. The bounce wasn't ideal for Allen, but he knocked it in front of himself. Then he'll go with the left foot snap, and they needed it, and he likes it too. Ran onto the ball, a long ball in from Max Kelly. Kelly goes to Allen and says, "Well done, young man," as he kicks his second of the afternoon. They've both been pretty good ones too. Metricon goal of the day contenders. He might already have it in the bag from second quarter, but that is the ideal start for the men in orange. They pull the margin back to 25 on the K-Rock Zambrero Feel Good Max scoreboard. 12-9-81, 8-8-56. Final quarter action here at West Oval. Here's Matty Dowling in the experts chair for the Sporting Globe.
Yeah, we said that they needed to change angles with their ball use. They did. They got it moving quickly and drove it long inside 50, and Allen's ability to turn his man inside out and follow up and not lose his feet, and it was a beautiful finish snapping on his left foot.
He's a bit mercurial, isn't he? Allen?
Bit of an X factor about him.
Absolutely. Back in the middle. Abbott gets it down. Ford leaves it behind. Little doesn't. Outside of the right foot. Harrison White should have taken the mark at half back for Grovedale and didn't. Needed some support. Cummins is there. Got his head ripped off. Umpire said, "Yes, Jason, you're right." And it will be a free kick. Back end of the centre square. Kingy, you got to buy a pair of gloves, brother.
I do.
Come on. You're not always in the EJ Whitten. You're outside sometimes. Ball goes outside to centre wing. Punched away by Lockie Taylor. And getting up, Joel Martin can't believe it, but it's punched away. He was waiting for front on contact. It wasn't there. It's out of bounds. Centre wing on the outer side.
I suspect there would have been a message about not going into your shells from Jacob Spalding, Dallo.
Yeah, I think so. They just can't be too confident that they're ahead. They've got to work really hard, otherwise they might get a couple of goals in quick succession. Geelong West.
Abbott grabbed it out of the ruck, fired a handball to Chute, who skidded a kick towards right half forward. Did nobody any favours. Ball's locked up, and we'll get a ball up at right half forward. Grovedale attacking the northern end. Cars almost all the way around to where it really narrows off on that eastern side of the ground. It's a good crowd on a Sunday afternoon. Sure, they would have done well out of it this afternoon, West. Back-to-back home games. They had a massive crowd here yesterday for their Blue West Past Players Day. A lot of Cheetahs memorabilia doing the rounds as they wore the famous blue and yellow stripes. Tapped down by Ryan Abbott, rolls to the boundary line and out of bounds. We'll get another stoppage. Haven't seen Abbott grab it out of the ruck like he did that day against St Mary's about a month ago.
Not as much. Dyker was grabbing it out of the ruck a fair bit against him. So, yeah, no, he hasn't quite done that as much as we have seen previously.
Right, half forward. Now he's grabbed out of the ruck by Abbott on cue. Jammed on the boot inside 50 might have been Cummins to a one-on-one Gillett. And that's going to get a free kick over the shoulder against Tinnett Nyack. And he'll go back, Tom Gillett, and have a real crack at maybe taking out the Leopold Sporties as Dello. You just poke the head out of the box. What are you having a look at down there?
Just having a look. Haven't seen Ned Dyker yet, so I thought that he might have been on the ground, but I think he's still sitting down on the bench.
Keep an eye on that. Hopefully not an injury issue for Ned Dyker, but no issues for Tom Gillett. Hasn't played at senior level since August last year. We're nearly at the end of June, and Tom Gillett might prove the difference in this one. Looking for his 6th of the afternoon. A free kick. Man on the mark stands just inside 50. He's a lovely kick of the footy, Tom Gillett. We know that. We'll start this right-hand goalpost, you would suspect. That's where he starts it, and he tries to bend it back, and he does! It was a bit of a helicopter through the air, but he kicked through it, and he started it on the right trajectory. And as a result, he's got 6. And the Grovedale Tigers might have done enough. The margin back out to 31. They cancel out the Allen goal. Final quarter thanks to Zambrero. It's feel-good Mex, 13-9-87. Geelong West, 8-8-56.
Was a wobbly old helicopter kick, but it got there, and that's all that matters. They get the 6 points on the board. But I think if you're Geelong West now, you really just got to take the game on. So can they make a few moves? Could they get someone like a Hanley up on the wing to give them a little bit more run? Can they get more aggressive off half back and try and just attack through the middle of the ground and get inside 50 repeat entries?
Back in the middle, a couple of thump downs by both midfielders and ruckman. Goes towards centre wing. Ford gets it for Grovedale. He tries to tap it on to Chute, who he tries to tap it on further afield. Half forward. Bailey McDonald wrapped up. Oh, that's a good tackle. Oh, push sling tackle. Oh, wow. I don't think so. And the Geelong West faithful not happy with that. And it's going to be a free kick to Bailey McDonald.
The only thing I can think of there is his head did make slight contact with the ground, it appears. So.
Well, Bert, you're a lot closer than we are down there on the boundary. The ball comes in. Lockie Hanley in front of Gillett this time. Takes the mark for the Giants and relieves the pressure. And might be a free kick actually before that. Might have been a hold against Bailey Harvey. So he will take the free kick in the back pocket for the Giants. Wants to switch the play quickly. Goes to the opposite side. Back pocket. Riley Moore takes the mark under pressure, and McCarthy wanted to try and play on quickly, couldn't do so though. He chips the ball over the top, and defensive 50 Lockie Hanley's got it. This ain't going to do it, Dowlo.
No, I was just thinking, every time they've switched the ball today, Geelong West, they've been slow in doing so. You just want to try and switch it and get it moving. That's why you do it, to get it into open space.
To the outer wing, the kick not great. Mark taken by Jardine, who quickly wants to get on with it to the middle of the ground. Risky but well-weighted kick. Taken on the chest by Stephen. Tommy Stephen. Kicked a goal behind, I should say, during that third quarter. Had a couple of attempts at goal and then goes short to Will Ford, who's been workmanlike all afternoon, and then he switches the play to just over the head of Schultz, and it's going to roll out of bounds, and then Allen just gives him a little buffer to help him over the boundary line, and we'll have it thrown in true centre wing. Rare mistake from Billy Ford this afternoon. Game 107 for him. One of the more experienced players out there, actually the second most experienced Tiger after Ryan Abbott, of course, with Nathan Deans approaching 200 games but not in the country. Abbott won it back towards Tyler Cummins, who's brought down in a tackle. Calls for holding the ball. They're going to go unheeded, and we will do it with a bounce. A true centre wing, 13-9-87, 8-8-56. Grovedale in control, leading by 31 as we've approached 8 minutes played in this final term on the Bowen Foods time clock.
Codd gets it down, goes towards Handley. He drops it in the tackle though. Needed some support. Little, he had it, lost it, got it back, got past Ford, wheeled around. Right foot kick inside 50, but coming back and a long way away. Horny blow. McHugh takes the mark. Inside defensive 50 for Grovedale, and they're just happy to just chip the ball around. They are the ones that lead by 31, so he just goes short to Chute. Takes the mark at 50. He chips the ball over the top. Kaya takes the mark. Thought about in the middle. He elects though now to just hold it up, go down the line with the left foot towards centre wing. Holds up in front, Davis. Taylor, which way do you... I'm not sure you can pay the bloke behind, but anyway, he has. Lockie Taylor's taken on centre wing.
Oh, wow. Taylor to the middle of the ground. Bailey Harvey had to wait for it, but it got to him in time. Edge of the centre wicket area, broadcast side, he's called to play on. He'll pump it inside forward 50. Horny blow with a run and jump, couldn't take the mark. Schultz left it behind. Pick up by McHugh was clean, gave it to White. White's quick handball release, stolen through traffic. Hall swings onto his left and buries it from 35 out. Charlie Hall like a thief in the night, stole the footy. And the margin again, back to 25. It's Charlie Hall. Kicks his first goal in charcoal and orange. Kicked one for St Joey's in one of his handful of appearances there. But first one for Geelong West. And has put that through, and it is 25 points the difference. 9-8-62 the Giants, 13-9-87 the Tigers, 9.5 minutes played. Still time, Dowlow, if the Giants are good enough.
Still time, and Lockie Taylor's kick into the corridor was good because they'd forced Grovedale long down the line, so all the numbers were there, and he just was able to separate and shift their defence by hitting it into the corridor, and then a lovely finish from Charlie Hall.
Back in the middle, Cod tried to take it out of the ruck, so did Abbott. Falls into Abbott's arms. Cod wraps him up, so the umpire will come in and ball it up again. They'll both be able to come from the same side. Abbott gets a left fist to it through the middle. Cummins with a fresh air shot. Handball by Chute was pretty good. Kaya gets the kick inside 50. Oh, Davis tried to play basketball with it. Ball spills free. West come back towards the middle of the ground. Big pack there. Oh, Abbott from the side. The big fella just took the mark when he needed to. And then he tries the little wedge kick inside 50. And K-Rock Zone gets back there and takes the mark. Max Kelly goes wide with the kick, and they've turned it over again, though. They can't get any system out there. Taking the mark, Will Jeffrey.
Kick over the top, marked by Quinn. Who has it? Had a great second quarter, or third quarter, I should say, the co-captain of the Tigers, sharing the role this year with Billy Ford. Driving it long towards forward 50. Gillett front position. Ball from behind Cod. Lockie Hanley wrapped up in a tackle and brought to ground for the Giants. Ball spills. Stephen. Good tackle. Nyack. That should be holding the ball. Not paid that way. And we'll get a ball up. 66-10 at half-time at Marvel Stadium. The Dogs lead the Tigers. Earlier today, the Giants 106 defeated Gold Coast 99 as AFL round 15 action comes towards a conclusion.
Back into the contest. Ball goes towards Parnell. He gets towards Lockie. Handley tries to tap it onto himself, but Harrison White got there quicker. Outside 50 and back inside 50 with the kick. Moore up against Gillett. Nyack at the back for West. Or dangerous kick. Slams it across the face of goal, but was terrible. Abbott came in, pushed a couple of Giants off the ball, but the ball comes free. Might be okay in the end. Hall burns off at centre wing, takes a bounce, wants to get around a couple. He needs some support. They get some now. Go inside 50 with the kick. It's 3-on-3. Horny blow, hold, whatever you want. And I think it might be a free kick to Allen. It is. It was held in the contest, and he'll shoot for goal from 45 out directly in front.
This could make a difference.
Yes, it could, and it was a good piece of attacking play from Hall, who got some real speed off half back there, and they attacked through the middle and got it long and deep, and you could see the hold, and that's just a result of some fast ball movement that put the defenders from Grovedale under a bit of pressure.
So Allen comes in for his third. Right foot kick. Oh, look at him. Straight up. He knew it was straight through the middle. Noah Allen. He picks his third of the afternoon, and Geelong West 10th. They get a 10-8-68. And they trail Grovedale 13-9-87. Zambrero K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Don't you love it when a forward kicks a goal and it's just straight away they celebrate? You just know that it was just flush off the boot, and he knew that it wasn't deviating at all. It's a big quarter here as well for Angus Codd, who's playing in the ruck, because they've put Dyker forward. Geelong West, he was playing forward, so see if they can then stretch Grovedale and have an extra tall man to kick to.
The trainers went to Brady Smigowski. I think he's okay. Let's keep an eye on him, Birch. He's just still sort of hunched over a little bit.
Yeah, big collision with Tommy Gillett back there.
Grabbed out of the ruck by Abbott. Cod knocked it from his grasp, though. Here's O'Keefe in traffic. Brought to ground. Cummins laid a good tackle. We'll do it all again. With the ball up just to the eastern side of the centre circles. They're going to make their move west. Next one's important. Cod, Abbott grabbed that one out of the ruck, went to handball to somebody, nobody to give it to, so gave it over his shoulder to Cummins. Cummins a high ball inside 50. Walker outpointed his opponent cold, one-on-one, and then turns and kicks quickly to the pocket. Gillett his target. Moore got back there to help out Nyack and took the mark. So it looks like Nyack for the moment for Wombat Gully Plant Farm has got Gillett. He dinks one over the top more and made Nyack dive and work to take that mark, but he did. There's Nyack. He's got a man running past him. It's Harvey. He's just coming to the contest in the second half. His kick for Smigowski was just okay. And he marks in his left half back. Turns and kicks quickly towards half forward. Horny blow the target through the hands of Schultz out the back. Dyker couldn't get down low enough to pick it up. Out of trouble. Schultz jams it on the boot to the wing. Bouncing ball. Walker traps it nicely.
And balls it over the top to Jardine. Had to be quick. Got it inside 50. He bounces towards Gillett. He gets a handball away. Nyack comes at it. Coming the other way they go. Dwyer for Geelong West. He goes up. Jardine goes up though and takes the mark at half forward. Just settle down the play, says Grovedale's Ryan Abbott. He goes short to Lee Ellis at 50 and he takes the mark. So Lee Ellis, who was kicked 1-goal this afternoon, this possibly too far for him, 55 into a bit of a breeze. And he's much better on the run.
See if they can find a late lead here.
Comes in now. He's going to play on and give it everything he's got. Goes long to the square and is going to hold up Nyack, or gets one from Abbott. Should got a free kick and will. And Ryan gets the smile going on. I was hoping the umpire didn't say it, but it's pretty hard when you're the biggest player, one of the biggest players on the ground. And Nyack in the last line defence will take the free kick.
One-time GDFNL Rookie of the Year at North Geelong. I think 2016 from Merrill. A poor kick off the boot from Tiddett, and it's going to roll out of bounds. Lee Ellis happy to just escort it out, and it rolls over, and we'll get a boundary throw in the left forward pocket. They can't get too much wrong from here on in. The Giants, if they're to steal this one out of the fire. They've trailed by as much as 32 points late in that third quarter. Final term now gone 15 and a quarter minutes on the Barham Foods time clock. From the boundary throw in. Oh, high tackle. Surely got to be a free kick going there to Smigowski. And maybe a 50-metre penalty too, it is. So here's their opportunity, and Smigowski's taken off and nobody's gone with him. When does it stop being 50 so he doesn't run too far? Now he bangs it long inside 50. Dwyer or Horny blow. Horny blow couldn't mark. Ball at ground level. Knocked away from Kaya. Chance here. Snap on goal is good from Lima. And the Limas are in front of us and they enjoy it. A Lima in a Giants jumper kicking goals. The brothers have got 4 across the weekend. Michael 3 for the GD Giants. Corey 1 for the GFL Giants. And they're back to 13 points. Final quarter. K-Rock Zambrero Feel Good Mech scoreboard. It's Grovedale 13-9-87. The Giants progress to 11-8-74.
Just again, it shows how valuable that 50 metres can be, and they just took off. They ran straight through the middle of the ground and didn't wait, and they used that quick ball movement, drove it long inside 50, and it was a great contest. Horny blow almost brought down the mark, and then the forward pressure at the front of the contest to make Grovedale fumble, and finished off very nicely, Lima, and for a much-needed goal for Geelong West.
Back in the middle, McCarthy got it down in the ruck now, and Geelong West get it forward again towards centre half forward. Martin put the tackle on for Grovedale, but the ball spills through to Taylor again. 45 metres out. Open goal, square it. Lockie Taylor gets the goal. 2 in 30 seconds for Geelong West. Back to 7 points the difference. 12-8-80. Grovedale 13-9-87. And Lockie Taylor's first of the afternoon, and that's on the Zambrero K-Rock final quarter scoreboard. And God, I hope that point in the first quarter doesn't come back to bite somebody. Dallow.
They had the last 4 clearances, Geelong West, which has just helped get their hands on the footy and get it moving forward. And a lovely finish from Lockie Taylor from just inside 50. And I tell you what, he needed to kick it because he had Corey Lima out here all by himself if he needed to lower his eyes. But it was a nice finish.
McCarthy grabbed it out of the ruck, but Taylor ended up with it, and he was taken high, and they'll look to come forward again. And now there's a free kick going the other way. Oh, the umpires got involved. Smigowski was trying to throw forward off Lockie Taylor so they could get moving, and in doing so he's been deemed to have held without possession. Kick inside 50. Oh, Riley Moore, that's a good defensive mark. Leading up Abbott. That's gutsy to do that from Riley Moore, and he's taken the mark, and this intensity has just gone up a notch. Light's starting to take some effect here. Moore sends it wide, looking for a fly. Nyack's out there, couldn't take it. And instead, it's going to be Payne and Mark out there. Might be Madalena with the footy. Quickly wants to get on with it. Sends it towards half forward. Kick's got a little bit too much on it. It'll roll into the path of Little. Tried to track it, but happy to see it out. Get a stoppage in the left forward pocket. 7 points to the margin. 18 minutes played on the final quarter. Barham Foods time clock. Grovedale 87. Geelong West 80. We've got another cracker on a Sunday afternoon at West.
So boundary throw in. 40 around from the Geelong West goal. They trail by 7 points. 18.5 played in this final term. Bowen Foods time clock. McCarthy tried to get it to the back. Little, who's had a good final term, he's wrapped up. He's not going anywhere. Martin comes in. Forwards there as well.
So it was a point to Grovedale in the first quarter that actually the ball was that far out of bounds on the full. Wow.
McCarthy got it down. And the ball came quickly from Howe. Still in dispute at half forward for Geelong West. Dyker puts a big tackle on. Oh, big rugby scrum there too. Jardine couldn't go anywhere. And we're going to have another ball up. Just about 65 from Geelong West goal. Dyker and McCarthy. McCarthy gets it down. Rowed by Smigowski. Forward puts the tackle on him. The umpire will come in and do it all again. 7 points of difference. 19.5 played now in the final term.
And this puts pressure on sort of Leopold Sporties and Steamatic stand out. McCarthy has 2 or 3 goes at it and then actually reels it in after a couple of taps, and he's stopped by Dyker, and 2 young rucks are going at it. Joe McCarthy, game 17. Ned Dyker this afternoon playing just game number 8. But, gee, they've given us a good, entertaining battle at times. Chance here for Dwyer to run under the loose foot. He tried to flick it up to Smigowski. Ford got in the way for Grovedale. Little kick around the corner. Landed with Jardine. Now his quick kick forward. It's going to be stolen, and they're going to pump it long inside 50. The Giants standing underneath it. Codd gone forward for the moment. Couldn't take the mark. He's a known goal kicker, but couldn't find an opportunity there. Diving in to lock things up is Madalena, and we will get a ball up. No, ball's going to come out. Kick was smothered. Smigowski had a couple of goes at it. Now it's pumped out of there. High, long ball to half back. It's going to fall all right for Hall, though, for the Giants. He got a handball on the bounce. Bailey Harvey, a little low ball, missed its target, diving and fisting it out of bounds. It'll be a boundary throw in. And diving was Will Jeffrey. But if it's in a spoiling situation, it's not insufficient intent.
Right. Thank you, Umpire King. That's amazing. Boundary throwing right in front of the seats in the house.
Time on.
Thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Dyker and McCarthy. McCarthy gets it down. Jardine's there. McCarthy and Dyker on hands and knees.
That breeze has got up too, Birchie, it feels like.
Yeah, it has, and the temperature's really dropped.
Yes, it has.
Yes, it has. The ball up right on 50 for Geelong West. They trail by 7 points. Neither ruckman getting a tap down there. Kick away though, came from K-Rock zone. Kelly to the top of the square. Who's going to rove it? Lima's there. Horny blow as well. He tracks it back. Grovedale with the numbers. Can they get the ball out though? Little's handball was tremendous to Taylor. Taylor to the top of the square. Punch through. Oh, through for one behind. Oh, the draw's on. 12-9-81 Geelong West. Grovedale 13-9-87. Zambrero K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
I don't think, other than the St Mary's Leopold final, we have done a draw on K-Rock football in our 5 years of broadcasting. White with the kicking duties, pumps it long, holds in the breeze, half back. McCarthy stood tall. Took the mark right in front of our best seats in the house for the all-new tradie Jaffel only at APCO Cafe 24/7. McCarthy called to move on from a standing start. He shinned it into the waiting arms of Ethan Little. We talked about his skills earlier, Dowlo, but not there. Handball, Little. Taylor gets a block from Dyker, drives it long. Where's Horny blow? Not a great kick, and judging it best and taking the mark. Back there is Kaya. Top of the square defensively, and he'll look to send it towards the outer side.
Goes there now. Dangerous kick, holds up in that breeze, and taking the mark is Shaw for Geelong West. On debut today, Xavier Shaw, 55 from goal, gets on the left foot, puts it to the top of the square, needs a mark. Codd can't take it, ball spills to the front. McHugh for Grovedale, not going anywhere. Codd put the tackle on, and we're 8 metres out from goal. We're going to have a ball up. 23 minutes played in this final term. Bowen Foods time clock. And a ball up for Codd and McCarthy. They just stand in the ruck contest through the middle. Schultz not going anywhere. The umpire Jones will come in and do it all again.
So Codd and McCarthy to do it all again. Top of the square. McCarthy from behind. Codd did the roving. Ball won't come out of there, although a little handball out came from Schultz, but to a teammate that was under pressure in White, and we'll do it all again.
Try and open this stoppage up here, Geelong West, and see if they can get somebody running through, and they might be lucky to either fall in their lap or draw a free kick and get a hold directly in front of goal.
Matt Dowling in the experts chair for the Sporting Globe. It's allowed to hit the ground. Cod tried to trap it. Smigowski's been good in this last quarter, but he's brought to ground. Another stoppage. So how many goals have we had? Geelong West have kicked 5. Grovedale have kicked 1. So we've had 6. We've played 23 3/4 minutes based on the times of the quarters so far. We're going to be here for a while. Dyker, the tap down with the roving. Horny blow, left foot snap, missed everything. Out of bounds on the full. 13-9 Grovedale, 12-9 Geelong West. The margin is 6. 24 minutes played on the Barham Foods final quarter time clock. Hope you're enjoying this as much as we are. On KROFootball.live, FM 88.5 here at the ground and through AFL Barwon TV.
Harrison White's going to take the resultant free kick for Grovedale. He plays on now, tries to gain as much territory as he can and drives it long to half-back. Abbott goes up, can't take the mark. Off the front and centre was Gillett. He gets it towards centre wing. Dangerous at the back. They get it towards Selma. He goes towards half-forward. Smigowski turns and goes towards Horny Blow, who can't take the mark. And coming the other way, Grovedale have got numbers to Goldie's handball was okay. Schultz with a right foot kick out towards Cummins. He does enough and takes the mark in front of Charlie Hall. And they're out of harm's way for now, Grovedale at the moment.
Cummins can go short to Kaya, but decides to go longer than that. Pumps it towards half forward, setting himself. Dyker, oh, surely a free kick got taken high there. Over the top, Stephen was a little bit indiscriminate. And the free kick belongs to the Giants.
You just sniff a Noah Allen goal here. I don't know why, but you just sniff one.
He's going to concede some ground, Dyker. And back inside defensive 50, Hanley to the middle, where Harvey is marked. Just the back edge of the centre wicket area, broadcast side of the ground. He's called to play on. He'll bring it that side and he'll send it long. Schultz positioning himself. Cod, it bounces over the back. Cod just fists it forward into space. Abbott's got back there behind the footy. Ran into trouble, but got a handball to Goldie. To Goldie off to Howe. Howe to the middle and McCarthy standing all alone. Lucks a fortune. I don't think that was his intended target.
Handball, I reckon, Joe. The last one was terrible. He's going to kick it lateral. That's better. Kaya takes it. Half-back flank for Grovedale. 26 played.
This is the second thriller we've had at West Oval this year after the one against St Albans back in round 2.
Now Kaya down the line with the kick, very close to the line. No mark taken. Jardine, did he take it out? I thought he's kept it in. And then he's wrapped up by Nyack. He got the handball away though. And now Alice with a left foot kick, or the outside torpedo punt as he kicked it out of bounds on the full. I think he might. No, it's just bounced in the field of play. So a good kick by Lee Ellis in the middle in the moment because he had nothing to kick to. And it will be a boundary throw in. About 40 around from the Grovedale goal. They lead by 6 points, 13-9 to 12-9. We've played 26.5 on the Barham Foods time clock in this final term.
Maybe one more score's enough. Dyker with a backhander, trying to get it down to Taylor. Ford dived on the footy. Taylor dived on him to wrap him up, and we'll get a ball up. I reckon one more score might be enough for Grovedale. They can even jagger behind and leave West needing to kick 2 goals.
Absolutely, and I'd also be getting my forwards up high if I was Geelong West and trying to get it out the back so they can beat him back to goal.
McCarthy grabbed it out of the ruck and wrapped up in a tackle by Dyker. With the rule change, rucks can just grab it, get wrapped up and do it all again. We saw Ryan Abbott do it regularly in the clash against St Mary's last month. Ball into the air again.
Ryan Abbott's gone behind the ball as well for Grovedale.
McCarthy's done it again. Grabbed it, wrapped up by Dyker. We do it again, and both Abbott and Martin have put 2 behind the footy for the moment. So there's got to be spares here. McCarthy in traffic did well, but his handball went through the legs of Cummins. Taylor buffeted him off the ball, but bobbling around and picked up by McCarthy. He's brought to ground by Kelly. Holding the ball might have been a bit harsh.
Oh, wow.
Here's their last roll of the dice, maybe.
Handball comes inside for Geelong West. They go straight down the middle. Hanley towards 50. Oh, Horny Blow got held onto. The umpire said no. White through the pack. No mark, no hand, no holding the ball. The umpire said player Martin gets dumped. The umpire says play on. Carnage. Felt 40 out from goal. The umpire will come in and ball it up. 28 played in the final term. 6 points the difference. We are 40 metres out from the Geelong West goal at the southern end.
They'll roll numbers back here, Grovedale, won't they, Dowlo?
Bill, and Geelong West will want to try and keep it open, and so someone like Allen could roll straight through the stoppage.
God, he gave away a free kick for a push against Abbott. That was probably just a rookie ruck against the experience of Abbott, who just stood there like a colossus and took the contact. Got to go one-on-one here, the Giants. Abbott, he's going to keep it broadcast side, just a hit in hope. Gillett, maybe his target, but stretching and marking. Finn O'Keefe, and that's knocked from his grasp. There's calls for 50. I don't know whether McCarthy meant it. O'Keefe, he got away with one maybe there. Sends it long. Horny blow, sets himself. Couldn't take the mark. Front of the pack, jammed on the boot by Taylor. Didn't go 15. White back with the flight. Brought down in the tackle. Took the mark. It didn't go 15. Umpire says, give it to me. Crowd is up and about.
It's like a final.
Excitement.
20 metres out from the Geelong West goal. We're going to have a ball up. Cod and Abbott come from the same side. Goes to the side. Lockie Taylor Little's there as well.
Oh,
free kick. High tackle on Ethan Little. He slipped over at the crucial stage. I think he lost his legs, but I can't believe it. The Grovedale boys, Will Ford, Ryan Abbott both stand on the mark, and Ethan Little will shoot for goal from 20 out, 45 degree, well, a bit worse than a 45-degree angle. We're going to have a great view of it. To make scores level at 29.5 minutes into the final term. Ethan Little at the southern end of the ground comes in, right foot kick, goal! Ethan Little has made scores level. 13-9, 87 apiece here on the Zambrero K-Rock final quarter scoreboard. And we have played 30 minutes in the final term.
Oh, we just said that if they can get some forward 50 stoppages, Geelong West, it always just makes defenders nervous. And you could just see there, it didn't matter what the free kick was for, they were always going to be in that situation where they didn't want to give one away as an individual. And it was just that little errant elbow or high forearm that caught Little high. And it was a lovely finish in a high-pressured situation from him.
87 apiece. The margin was 32 points at the 32-minute mark of the third quarter when Joe McCarthy goaled. It was still 31 at the 9-minute mark. Back in the middle, through the contest goes White, but he's wrapped up by Dwyer, who's actually gone forward to the footy in this last quarter. And
they're playing Harrison White, I reckon, because he's been great.
Yeah, just to play a defensive role. Dyker, Abbott trying to clear some space. Here's a chance for the Giants. Outside of the right boot. The kick is good. Oh, Allen dropped the mark against Martin. Martin first to recover. Got back there. Allen got him. Brought him to ground with the help of Madalena. And we will get a ball up now. A bit of a push and shove. Allen is a likely type. He and DeGoldie. DeGoldie's not backing down in the light of the scoreboard. 87 apiece. 31 minutes gone.
Ball up. Half forward for Geelong West through the pack. Abbott got a couple of taps to it. Chuk to Ford. Played for the free kick. I don't think he's going to get one, though, because it was a good tackle from K-Rock's own. Max Kelly put the tackle on. And it will be a ball up close to the boundary line in front of the scoreboard. 87 apiece here. 31.5 played. Final term. Abbott in front. Got it down. Rode by Chute. Hold, said the umpire. Free kick. Going to come back. Grovedale will take it. So Jack Chute will take the free kick.
Is a draw a fair result? That point.
Yeah, that point. Don't go there. That point. Don't speak about the war. Shoot. High kick towards centre wing. Abbott goes up. Can't take the mark at the back. Hall for Geelong West. Goes towards forward 50. No mark taken by Allen. Falls to the side of the pack. Taylor just needs it behind. Really goes for goal and kicks it out of bounds on the full. Tried to kick it with the outside of the right foot, didn't make good contact, and it will be a free kick to the Tigers in the last line of defence.
The lights are really taking effect. It's 3 minutes to 5. Kick to his defensive goal square. DeGoldie has taken the mark. Do they roll the dice? The Tigers. DeGoldie present a high long ball. Jardine wanted it. Kai is going to have to fly, and the mark's taken. It's a good one too by Stelmer, who's been good this afternoon. The Gisborne product has got it. Does he just launch? Just put it at the top of the square and hope for a rush behind. Instead, he pulls a kick, looking for a mark. It's off the hands of the pack, trying to burst his way through. Smigowski got to his feet, got a handball, pulled off the kick. Little had his kick smothered, went again. Little, Cod, quick step out of the pack, was touched, but it's a point. They're celebrating like they've won, but it's a point. It was touched. Grovedale aren't aware. Go and get the footy. They think they've won, West. The kick was touched. It's only a point. And they've got to go Grovedale and make the most of this opportunity. Harrison White just takes off.
He does. He takes off. He takes a bounce and he runs and he kicks it as far as he can towards the middle of the ground. He goes up. No mark taken by McHugh off the side of the pack. Oh, handball. No, didn't come. Holding the man, said the umpire. Free kick to Grovedale. They want to play on. They do now. Short little chip kick was terrible. Ellis had to make something of it. He just straight lines the footy and he gets held up and will be a ball up inside the centre square at centre half forward for Grovedale.
Oh.
So, a ball up now. Pack develops around it and there's 4 Geelong West players putting the tackle on Ryan Abbott. He's not going anywhere. The umpire straight up in the air with the ball. Dyker gets it down at the back of the pack. Shoot. He kicked it backwards, in fact, towards centre wing. Which way is it going to bounce? It's going to bounce towards forward. He holds up in the tackle, but the ball spills free. Now it goes towards Martin. And he's wrapped up.
Can't
Taylor
left.
And we'll have a ball up inside the centre square at centre wing. It's 13-10-88 West. Grovedale 13-9-87. 34 played in the final term.
Abbott just tries to clear the area with a tap down. Oh, Alice too high. Free kick. We'll take it. This is their last roll of the dice here. Handball off. Left foot kick. Oh, it was a mung from McDonald. Why would a man on his non-preferred side ask for the footy? Bouncing ball inside forward 50, trying to create something. Kaya threw it on the left boot. Needs a mark. Will he find one? Siren! West in a thriller, pull one out of the fire. They trailed by 32. They win by a point in a final quarter that went 34 minutes and 36 seconds. 13-10-88, Grovedale 13-9-87. The Tigers are wondering what happened. West are celebrating. An incredible comeback. They banged on 6 goals to 1 in the final term. They trailed by 31 points as late as 9 minutes into the final quarter for Zambrero. But goals to Hall, Allen, Lima, Taylor and Little, followed by a touch behind to Angus Codd. And it's a 1-point win to Geelong West. 13-10-88, 13-9-87. We're in the 5th quarter. Thanks to Homestyle Aged Care. It's the next best thing to being at home.
Gee whiz. Oh, my goodness gracious me. I don't know where that's come from. But there's a great last quarter by Geelong West. They kicked 6 goals, 2 to 1 goal and have won by a point in the end. And, well, Birchie is going to be amongst the throng here, I think, somewhere. I'm going to pick up where she is, and the Grovedale boys and the Geelong West boys getting together after that. That's an epic game of football. And we are in the 5th quarter. We're going to have both coaches. We're going to have the Leopold Sporties Player of the Day. And we're going to hear the song. And I reckon the West boys are going to sing it loud and proud tonight. They've come from nowhere to win by a point.
Boys, I've got Brady Smikowski here. What an incredible last quarter, and you were fantastic in generating that energy and movement of that ball going forward. What were you feeling in those last couple of minutes?
You know, it was just a big message from Greg in the last quarter. He just said, let's just go for it. And then, 5 goals in the last quarter? Yeah, beautiful. We loved it. It's a great team effort. Yeah, all the boys just really connected well. So it was good to get it going.
And I mean, wins like this are so character building. You had a massive win last week, completely different to this one, but then to have one where it's so close, an arm wrestle really all day, and then to get over the top, it was 31 points down in that final quarter, and to peg that back, that's you know, a really good character building one going forward.
Yeah, no, they were right stories about this lad. The club. But yeah, really good effort, and yeah, pretty happy with himself.
What were your thoughts when there was that touch behind? I'm not sure if you were one of the ones, but the boys thought that it had gone through for a goal. Any score really was good enough to probably win it, but it was only a point, and then Grovedale quickly took that kick out.
I was probably the first one to get to Coddy when he kicked it, and but yeah, decisions make up whatever happens. But look, we did really well. We just had to lock in and just get back, and we did that in the end.
Well done, get in there and enjoy it.
Thank you.
Thanks to Birchie and also to Brady Smith-Gowski, and you can hear the celebrations from the Geelong West Giants boys as they walk in.
This is my school.
This is my school.
This is my school. This is my school.
This is our stadium. out, ain't no giving up. We'll take it on the road, we'll bring it back home. Just know